Welcome to That's Absurd Podcast, your source for everything hip-hop, pop culture, sports, and more. Tune in, subscribe, enjoy.
Yo. Welcome back to another episode of That's Absurd Podcast. I go by the name of Juno, a.k.a. Melvo.
It's your boy, Gene AP.
This your boy, Swerve, born in 85.
And we is back for another week of the bullshits. Fellas, what have you guys been up to, man? It's been a couple of weeks. And please don't tell me nothing.
You know what I mean? What was I? The last few weeks, I had my son's recital, last one of the year. I felt that was the one that was a pod before that one. Or
What kind of recital?
For what?
He's in a band.
Okay.
What kind of band?
Nate, just say my son's concert.
Concert recital, whatever.
Yeah, because recital sounds gay.
The whole band.
But if it's a recital, you gotta say recital.
It is recital, yeah.
Nah, just say.
I don't know what is a recital. What's
It's the
considered a
band
recital?
concerts.
It's
Like
a
the little
concert.
bands.
It's a
I
performance.
don't know, man.
Yeah, don't
That's
say
what they call
recital
them.
Recital sounds very girly, where like it's like a
That's
ballet
what band
recital.
is almost. But it
what's
was
the
the
name?
first one was lame. This last
Nah.
one was dope.
If your son's playing a flute, that's girly. A clarinet,
playing a flute,
girly.
though.
If he's playing one of those instruments, that's girly. If my boy on the drums or the trumpet or like the baritone
Yeah.
or something like that,
I almost feel like the only instrument I wanted him to actually play was the saxophone. I feel like that or
Saxophone?
piano. He plays like the trombone, but I'd rather have something like the saxophone. That wouldn't seem like more sexy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a
But-
penny dropper right there.
Yeah, but
it depends. It depends who's playing it.
I don't know. That saxophone, anyone, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, it could be anybody.
It
If
could
you
be
got
saxophones
Mike-
too, dog.
what's his face? Bill Clinton made the saxophone look cool. So Kenny G made the saxophone look cool.
If you're able to pull it off with some swag, okay. But if your son's a lame, Nate, don't let him play that saxophone.
I don't think there's such thing as a lame with a saxophone. Like people might be lame when they break out the saxophone. That's when it unlames them.
Yeah.
That's
It's kind of like
no.
there's
That's like saying there's no such thing as being lame with money.
No, it's not the same.
It's
It
not
is
the
the
same.
same.
Because there's
not the
certain
same.
things people
Money
that
trumps
are lame get.
money trumps the saxophone.
Nah,
Well,
'cause
listen, there's certain stuff that people lame get that makes them not lame in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Just like money, when a person has money on a money case situation, they're not lame in that situation. Certain people, they'll learn magic. Like if you're lame, they'll tell you, learn an extra skill to make you cool.
it's a talent that
Magic
you
is
have.
lame
Yeah.
until you're the only motherfucker blowing people's minds off when you're doing a little card trick.
I don't know.
And then
If
you
magic,
fly
we
through the
can't
room.
consider
You can say the same
magic
thing with
lame.
the instrument.
Same thing with an instrument. That's what I'm saying.
Because
Same thing with
motherfuckers,
comedy.
you
Yeah.
could be the lamest dude sitting on a keyboard just
And then you
playing
start twinkling away, and you're the life of the room.
Life of the Room.
And then outside of that circumstance, you're lame, you're a weirdo. Same thing. Violin, there's plenty of geeks that are violin as soon as you break that violin away. But once they break that violin, when they're on that tour, they're the man of the hour.
Pause. God
Pause.
damn.
Well, yeah, but they're the man of the hour when they're on that instrument. Yeah, when they break out.
No, let me say this. You have to have some swagger to be a cool saxophonist.
I don't think so. I'm telling you.
Come on,
It
bro.
might help.
It might look that way. At least when they play, I think the way you play, you have to make it look cool. Because
Exactly. You have to have some
think
swag while you're playing the saxophone to make it.
I think that's just how you play it. That's just the way it's swag.
Nah, but you could stay there and be stiff as a drum,
It still looks
stiff
good.
as a rock. But if you play in the right tunes, niggas gonna feel it.
I'm telling you, that saxophone's
You don't
different,
even
man.
listen when you have swag on the saxophone. You don't even have to be playing the right tool. You just have to be moving properly and shit like that, and everybody gonna be like, "This nigga killing it."
Nah,
I'm telling you.
you're not gonna trick me by giving me some cool dance moves and thinking that you.
If the music is like normal, but you doing all this bullshit, the people can't see me. But if you moving properly, that gives it more imps with the crowd, and then it'd be like this nigga rocking. Even if he's not rocking like we would think someone is rocking. But if he is rocking himself and playing that instrument, properly, pause again, then it's just gonna look like he's rocking the room. I'm telling y'all don't be around saxophones.
I'd be around musical
I know for sure
instruments.
you've never been around a bad saxophone though. You're just making the case, for all the dope, cool saxophone shit, but you've never seen a bad saxophone. That's what we're telling you. You've never seen a sorry one.
I was in the band, so
okay.
I've seen beginners begin saxophone. Niggas is trash. Bad
Yeah, but when
saxophone.
niggas is, but when they're good,
Once
but when they're
recitals
good,
by the time we break it out in public, by the time we see it, the niggas is on point.
They don't even have to be good. They just have to be mediocre, and
that's the benefit of a band. Yeah, you hide amongst the group.
They could be
But this one wasn't
mediocre
bad
and
because they're
just
playing
have
like
swag.
more.
It could be a mediocre saxophonist that has swag, and the room will be rocking with him because of his performance.
and it could be a swagless but high level saxophone player, and he's gonna have the room rocking, even though he don't have the swag, but he's at a high level with the actual talent.
Yeah, but you gotta hide that nigga. You gotta put him behind a curtain and let him play. But if everybody's watching him and he's swagless on that saxophone, I guarantee he don't get 10 stars. You could put that mediocre person with the swag right next to him. That's a 5 in talent, and they'll get a higher rating if they're swag with the saxophone.
Since when do we judge music with our eyes?
You ever been to
We started to. That's a new thing.
You know what, Nate? That nigga
We
never
judge
been
music
to
with
it.
our eyes. Now remember I tell you that's
Nope. I said music.
Hip hop work.
No, I said music.
Female hip hop works that way.
Listen. You never
A
been to a
girl rapper
Beyonce.
will be sorry. The badder she looks, the more they show your image, her music grows on you. And before you're like, you know what? I fuck with Sexy Red. I fuck with Lotto. I
Swerve.
fuck with Ice Spice.
Swerve, you've never been to a Beyonce concert. That'll change your mind. Go to a Beyonce concert.
I already know she's a good performer, but I'm talking about the
Don't sit.
music.
You got to sit up closer,
You
though.
can consume music with your eyes too. I'm telling you, it's a thing. It's 2 and 2. The same way that if a rapper looks lame, you can't tap into his music. Like before you hear him, if you already hear him and he's fired, then you can fuck up. But if he looks lame, you're like, you'll never take him serious.
Maybe I don't know what I'm trying to say because it's not we're not talking about the same thing. I'm talking about music in the sense of the sound of music, not the.
I'm thinking of my.
How in the hell you judging the sound of music off of visual?
Ice Spice is trash.
Mm-hmm.
When she first came out, the more visuals I see of Ice Spice,
false. The more you hear her, the more you hear her.
Nah, not at all.
It ain't
man.
the visual.
The
It
better
ain't the
swear,
visual.
that
You like
nigga-
Ice Spice music. You
that
like Ice
ass-
Spice music.
That
ass
put a couple bars in there.
That ass got bars.
It lost a couple bars together. You're like, God damn, she ain't all that bad. I'm telling you, there's a thing to it. I swear. All these girls start out sorry. A couple PR runs are getting better and better over time. Like, you know what? That music ain't all that bad. That ass put them bars together though. so it go hand in hand.
All right,
Sweetie's still trash.
Sweetie had that.
She always was good to look
Is
at.
she the one that had
regardless.
the?
She had that one good song that you like recently.
Okay,
All she do is remix.
That's the only thing I would ever listen from her.
What song?
I don't remember how.
It's
that
like a
shit
pop.
goes.
It's a really poppy song. Some that 90.
Yeah, that one. That shit fire.
That shit.
That
Sweetie
shit
gets
fire.
a couple hits out there,
What else? What else you been up to, Nate? Other than watching your son?
Kids recital. Outside of that, I feel we missed like 2 weeks. I feel that's about it. I think before that was my oldest son's birthday. I think outside of that, came back from Mother's Day weekend. And do we cover from that point? No.
Didn't you go to Nashville last weekend?
Yeah, the weekend before last, something like that. Yeah.
What happened there?
No, we went up there for Mother's Day weekend.
Oh, okay.
Pretty dope, nice, like Nashville.
Just did sightseeing and crap.
Sightseeing, eating, stuff like that. It was,
No,
on, it was on there for 2 days.
You know,
so.
you know that nigga
No, Nate's a
can't.
foodie.
He can't
No,
go without the
definitely.
ladder.
You know, go to spot. I didn't get the go as much spots as I usually do. If we do that in 3 days, we'll do that 2 days. We came in late because the weather was bad and had to leave late. That Monday, so I'm going into that Monday, that Sunday night. But outside that, was pretty dope though. Always a good time out there.
What about you, Swerve?
What did I do? I I got a new roof.
Yeah.
Oh, you threw the roof on that mug.
Put a new roof on that bed.
Insurance
Brand
claim.
new. Brand new.
Insurance claim?
How much pushback did they give you? Because I'm going through one right now.
Not much. We actually probably have to like hit them back up and try to get a little bit more, because what the roofers quoted us at first was it ended up being a little more than that. But yeah, the whole shit's done. Brand new roof. Plywood, when they peeled back, I guess at one point the old owners, they had some type of issue. Instead of getting the shit done properly, they just put more shingles on top of the old shingles. So they had to charge us extra for getting all those extra shingles, I guess, off.
Nigga, y'all didn't get an inspection before you bought the house?
Yeah, we got an inspection.
And then to see that?
We wanted to get in the house. We wanted to get into the house. We told them, hey, help your boy out.
Okay.
So all the issues that I'm seeing that was there, I already knew there was the good chance it was already up there. I already seen the signs, but we already knew this was gonna happen. We were just waiting for a good time. But yeah, I got that done, and we got the a new AC unit put in the back too. One day we I don't know how long it's been happening, but I seen like the baseboards look like it's like peeling away in the bathroom. I'm like, it looks like there's water on the floor. I don't know how this happened, but I didn't think to check where the AC unit was at, and I guess a pipe kind of like busted loose or something, and there was water dripping from the pipe, and it got onto the carpet in the guest bedroom.
Oh, that could have been tragedy, nigga.
Mm-hmm. Bought like a high-powered fan from Home Depot, dehumidifiers, suck all that water out. Pause. And yeah, just got a new AC unit while we was at it.
Good shit. That home ownership is bullshit sometimes, though.
Yep. Bullshit.
It's complete fraud, bro.
It is fraud.
The roof looks nice, and now I'm like, dang, now I gotta paint the house.
It's always something. That's that home ownership is bullshit. How about you, Judo? Chill too.
Let me see what I did for Mother's Day. I don't even remember what we did. You know, I must have did something fly. You know, nigga be on fly shit sometime. What else? My wife had to work like promotion type shit, so I took her out to dinner. Your boy was making magic, Nate. You know I got a 3-year-old, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I made this whole shit happen in 4 hours, bro. I'm talking about babysitter, reservation, all that bullshit. 4 hours top, maxed out. Had the whole shit planned out.
How'd you think? What do you mean that you from idea to execution in 4 hours?
4 hours, bro.
Why did the real question is, why did the idea come 4 hours prior to the execution?
That's wild. You played it.
So you waited.
It's good that you can't do that though. That means the more you do plans, the better you get at it. But it's good that you can't think of so short.
That day, my wife found out she got the promotion, so she called me on her. She called me on her lunch break or some shit like that.
Oh, you found out that same day.
So I found out when she found out. She told me, and then once she told me, I had the idea. Execution was what's the word I'm looking for? Immaculate. Not immaculate.
Yeah.
Spectacular, magnificent.
Magnificent. That's the word I was looking for. Execution magnificent.
Fagnificent. Pause, bro. Nigga said fagnificent.
Magnificent. We went to this dope spot. It's called Salt Bar by some renowned artist cook that like is on TV and shit. That shit was
been there. Is it mad expensive?
Bruh, that shit was expensive.
Yeah, I think I've been there.
Fucking, good, I looked at Yelp, bro. That shit had two money signs on Yelp. I get there, I open that bitch. First thing you see, 24 karat gold tomahawk, $495. I said, where the 2 stars at?
Where the chicken nuggets at? Where the kids menu at?
Yeah, but it was dope. It's like a Japanese American blend fusion type shit, and it's like it's like in one of these Japanese hotels that's like spotless, bro. I'm talking about like that's the cleanest hotel you'll ever see.
In a situation like that, if you ain't got it, could you say, "Hey, yo, we got to get up. We got to get out of here."
It's called, what is it called? Salt Bar?
Yeah, I'll send you the exact
That's what I'm
one.
thinking. If it's the same one, I think that one might actually be a hotel. I think what it might be, it's a wellness center. That's why
No,
it's super
Nate,
clean.
I'm telling you, it's a hotel that you can rent. I mean, book a room. It's a hotel. I'm telling you what it is.
Because I feel like I've been to Salt Bar, but I know there's what's the.
Maybe they got another one.
He ain't been there, Swerve. He ain't been
Salt
there.
Bar and Bistro, right?
No, ain't no bistro in there.
Ain't no bistro at the hotel.
Ain't
Salt
nobody
Bar
going
Hotel.
bistro, nigga.
Not Bistro. I'm not looking at the name. I'm trying to see if I know the
Yeah,
name.
bro. I ain't know motherfuckers like what the fuck is the 24 karat gold gonna do for you on your steak?
Help you stun on niggas.
Might be stunt, yeah. Not feel so bad about spending an exorbitant amount of money.
Yeah, A1 steak sauce ain't stunting on niggas. You could get that at Applebee's.
Exactly.
24 karat flakes, that's stunting on niggas.
That shit was crazy. So, what else we did? We had a 3-year-old birthday party. We went to this weekend.
Was there alcohol there?
Yeah, there was alcohol. They had one of those, one of those alcohol makers. Like it's like a Keurig, but it's for alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
And like you put in different pods, and it does the blending and all that shit for you. So we was hitting that. I was like, I'm getting one of those. I'm just.
How does that work? It makes you have to add your own liquor after it makes the mix.
No, you
Probably have certain pods.
You have pods that you fill up with liquor, so you could put it's like whiskey, vodka, tequila, and rum or something like that.
And it makes certain shots for you, certain drinks.
And it makes the drinks for you. So next time I have a get together, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have one here for y'all to test out. What else we do? That was it, because was that Sunday? Yeah, that was Sunday. That birthday party. That shit kicked our ass up until like Wednesday, bro. It was hot as fuck outside. We outside playing with the kids and shit. That shit drained us for the 3 days.
Yeah, that sun's coming back with a vengeance.
Oh, bro, Jesus! I've been using the pool a big time, bro. It's been 93 on average.
Yeah, bro, this shit's crazy.
Go out there and drench, bro. That shit is crucial.
That's why I be seeing on my little watch. You be doing your little Nate finishes 2.5 swimming.
Yeah, I don't like the watch. The watch don't really track the swimming as much as I like it to. I don't upgrade.
That nigga don't even know how to swim.
I swim. Well, you crazy?
You waddle.
No, man.
You waddle through the water.
I only swim under, not on top.
Hey, yo. Hey.
I don't know if that's a pause. Is that a pause? Swim under, not on top. Is that a yo? Nah, that's a reach.
Hey, yo.
That's crazy.
That's a reach, dog.
I prefer the bottom.
No, I can only swim. I didn't say I prefer it. Chill out. Now you wildin'.
I prefer the bottom. I can't do it on top, nigga.
I can swim.
That's crazy.
Yeah, now you wildin', dog.
Well, that was my weekend, or my past couple of weekends. You know what? I want to jump into this one real fast because I like this one. Joe Budden Seats. So Fat Joe Jadakiss has a podcast. They were talking about sitting front row courtside and shit like that at a basketball game. And then Fat Joe says he can only sit front row. He's not sitting front row. If he's not sitting front row, he's not going. And then he was like, I'm not sitting back there. We call those Joe Budden seats.
Oh man, that's disrespectful.
But so what y'all think about that?
Niggas got their standards. Who am I to judge people's standards?
Oh, and by the way, he brought up the story about how Joe Budden and 50 had something going on, like some tension going on, and then at this New York Knicks game, 50 is sitting in 1A, and Joe Budden is like 1C. So Joe Buttons is sitting behind him, so that's why he calls it like the Joe Budden seats.
Oh, okay. All right.
And that's why he proceeded on to say if he's not sitting front row, he's not going. He was like, because your enemy could come sit right in front of you. And
I don't know what it was that when I seen
and so
that,
what
like,
if he sits in front of you? So what?
Yeah, I thought isn't that an advantage for you? You
Exactly.
Enemy?
Exactly.
It sounds crazy.
You know what that
you got to keep looking back the whole time.
But you got to also understand where they're at. They're at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. So are you saying it's a money thing?
Definitely at Madison Square is definitely a status thing. The people they don't show you the celebrities sitting in 1C. They show you the celebrities on the court.
That's why I didn't hear Joe Budden's rebuttal. That's why Joe Budden had him saying he said I don't know why y'all even bring that up because I make more money than both y'all niggas. And whoa, Joe Budden talking that big boy shit.
Does he make
true it is? But he might make more than Joe. I know 50 might be different.
No, he's not. I don't think he was talking about. Was he talking about 50 and Joe, or was he talking about Jadakiss and Fat Joe?
Oh, maybe that makes more sense. Yeah,
I thought that's what I thought he was talking about was Fat Joe. And
Joe.
I'll give you that one. Maybe that's.
Well, he's definitely making more money. They just started though.
No, he's talking about all around. He ain't talking about just started.
He's talking about big boy shit.
Take a little break, nigga. He talking about.
I thought you was just talking about that podcast thing.
That podcast world, Brad. Joe getting a different bag through podcasting. He walked away from that serious, from that Spotify deal. You talk about millionaire, and every time he reads up and get a cheaper, as soon as the overhead gets a little too expensive, Joe switch up the staff, keep the bread up.
All right, so what's your take on it, Swerve?
The courtside thing, it's a whole status thing. So I see where Joe's coming from. I don't want to be seen sitting in the third, fourth row like a bum. If I can't get front row, I just won't show up. But me, I'm in the building. I'm cool.
You know what? This drew up a memory for me, and I was like, I completely understand where Fat Joe is coming from, and I agree with him. Cause remember that.
So what's your level? Because you're not saying front row, you're not going.
No, I'm not sitting. I'm just saying I'm getting closer than the people I know, or I'm getting closer. The closer I am, that's where it is. So remember the Hot Boys reunion concert, right? Mm-hmm. Why when we get to our seats? I turn around, I see somebody I know.
Where right there, by y'all seats.
Yeah, they were behind us.
Yeah, but you were in good seats. So if they were behind you, that means they were in good seats also.
Yeah, they were in good seats. But
they were in the Joe Budden seats.
If they were in the Joe Budden seats, yeah. If they was in front of me and I pulled up with my wife, I'm thinking I'm giving my wife a nice show. Spent about 800.
And then that guy ruined your day because he's in front of you.
Yeah, he's in front of me and nigga telling me what's up and shit, how you doing and shit.
Oh, what's up? I had no idea I was better than you.
Damn. niggas got life all fucked up.
All fucked up.
I don't know.
Enjoy yourself.
I don't know what the hell y'all got going on. You gotta worry
about niggas say, I didn't know I was better than you. Excuse me.
Yeah, excuse me.
That shit is crazy.
My bad. They say comparison is the thief of joy.
Absolutely.
So you were definitely happy until you saw that friend sitting in front of you. Then you're like, damn, I thought I was balling, but I guess I'm not balling because this guy that I know is sitting in front. He's sitting in 2 rows in front of me. So now I have bad seats. Now that I thought these were good seats, but now they're bad seats.
Nah, they're bad, bro. So I understand because them niggas is just them niggas got money, so we know both of them can afford the front row seat.
Yeah.
But just you pick that day to not get the front row and sit behind this nigga. Because if you see the picture of when 50 Cent took the picture of him in front row and Fat Joe behind him,
he looked like he's far away.
Joe didn't look happy. 50 looked happy as hell in that picture. Joe didn't look happy.
Because he knows what the caption is gonna look like when he take that picture. The caption is gonna be like bum ass nigga sitting back behind me, all breathing all over my neck and shit.
Yeah, you already know. You already know 50 take that picture, 50 gonna hold that shit in his bank until he ready to drop it.
I don't know. Me, I don't be comparing, cuz I ain't never been that guy. You know why? I learned from a young age when my parents didn't get me what everybody else parents was getting them, and I was just like, you know what?
Go steal it.
Yeah. And then I got in trouble. And I was like, you know what? I don't really need this shit. This shit ain't really all that. I started smoking weed and I was like, you know what? I really don't need this shit.
No,
I just need the weed.
That does it.
Relax, just chill, cool vibes. Vibes is different out here. Your boy Rod Wave out here crashing out.
Shit, sad.
Your boy Rod Wave out here crashing out. This emotional ass dude. I never really liked Rod Wave music. I don't know how y'all listen to Rod Wave. I don't know how y'all listen to Rod Wave. My sister loves Rod Wave, and I'm like, I don't know how.
This is ashy as fuck, bro.
I just got a shower.
What the fuck is going on?
What I mean?
Why does this nigga look at niggas' lips?
Yeah, pause, bro.
Pause.
Let that nigga's lips be ashy. What you want to moist? You try to moisturize niggas' lips and shit.
He looked like that Dave Chappelle character, man.
Tyrone Biggums.
That's like that nigga Triggs. He does the TikToks. When he kind of go overdoing, he's talking about he got a friend like, man, these young niggas trying to get me. Nigga talking about he want to see my lips moist and shit, man.
Yeah.
Hell no. He's escalated.
Was talking about
go off.
Rod. Okay, so what happened with Rod Wave?
I don't know. Y'all niggas know what happened to Rod Wave. Y'all be listening to Rod Wave. His ass shooting up his girlfriend's car and shit.
Is that what happened?
That's what I heard happened. I heard there was a video out. They got a video out of this dude just shooting up his car, the girl's car. I don't think there was nobody in the car, but let me read the statement that I actually seen. It says the rapper was arrested in Fulton County, Georgia on May 20th on multiple charges, including aggravated assault and tampering with evidence tied to an April 21st incident. However, his lawyer says it's all a misunderstanding. He says there's no truth to these charges. Rod Green, aka Rod Wave, was a victim of a burglary and committed no crimes. So I'm assuming something happened and he shot up a car because he was pissed or something. They said he's committed no crimes. He was even charged how he was even charged as a result of the situation is incomprehensible. This will be absolutely resolved favorably for Mr. Green.
That's how I like when lawyers talking.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been charged. Size of my guy.
Yeah, but like all this is bullshit.
This emotional. It's when you listen to. If you eventually listen to enough of this emotional ass music, you're gonna be emotional like this dude is.
Out, right? Yeah.
You're gonna crash out.
Remember I used to say that. I said he does struggle music.
Yeah, people used to protest against Marilyn Manson and Eminem because of the type of music they did because kids was acting out from listening to this shit.
Yeah, he does emo music, and people are just not getting used to it. You know, yeah, niggas hated it back when Eminem was doing it.
Yeah, but black people really never listened to emo music like that, and Eminem was never listened.
They got Juice WRLD, the young kids.
Yeah, that's the new wave.
For us older kids, they done blessed us with Rod Wave. The in between that kind of got you halfway there. I could think Jersey Drake and Kanye to kind of getting y'all attached to our emotions. Now y'all introduced the emo music, but it's not for the weak. And that shit will put you in a funk and keep giving you a nice playlist to keep you in that funk, dog. Keep you in that lullaby. Keep you in that depressed space. and be comfortable there.
It's like even when you're in a good place, you listen to that music, it takes you right back to that place.
And you want to keep dabbling it. To me, like, be weary with it. I don't really fuck with that emo shit.
No, but that shit, that Juice WRLD song that was on TikTok, that shit was jamming. And it had all the 13-year-old kids talking about, I still see your shadows in my room. The song's talking about suicide and shit, and everybody, they're just singing.
That's all the type
they don't even know.
Made. All sorts of emo shit, killer shit. Got these kids being depressed, other rappers committing suicide, all that strange, you know what I'm saying? Remember, we used to be on that.
No, that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
That
wasn't me, Kai. I was on that Eminem shit though.
We used to be on that to say we need to go back to shaming suicide. Remember when people say be more compassionate? Now we gotta shame this shit because people started using it as a cop out a little too often.
I think people that commit suicide shouldn't be granted a funeral.
Nah, people that commit suicide are.
I like that.
People that commit suicide are the bravest people. They
Get the fuck out of here.
They actually did something they believed in that was hardest thing to do. It's motherfuckers selfish. It is kind of selfish, but you know what's kind of hard to do.
It is hard to do, but plenty of shit's hard to do. What's harder to do than facing your consequences of living?
Sometimes your consequences ain't even all that bad though.
I guess. I mean,
you would think the worst thing that could happen to you is you becoming homeless. For me, I would think like there's nothing lower than that. But for some reason, those guys out here, they still out here thriving.
Well, when you're alive,
I don't know about thriving.
Yeah,
I mean, I think if it depends on what you call. I think living is thriving.
Listen, I mean, there's still here's another way of looking at it. They if you live long enough, anything becomes normal. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's a negative is normal. That's why, like, if I had to go to prison for anything crazy and the charges are death row or life, I would always say I never seen how I wouldn't see why I wouldn't take it to trial. Like, there's no death doesn't seem like a bad option to me. Life seems horrible, but apparently that's what it gets you because when they give you a life sentence, once you're there for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, now it's become normal to you. You don't want to die.
Yeah, nobody ever wants to die. From the day you're born, that your whole existence is trying not to die.
Yeah, so your human nature, just in general, like you'd rather take a life sentence than be death row. But I like freedom too much to even comprehend that. But I guess anything becomes normal if you do it long enough. That's the whole reason people that are in shithole countries, they don't just up and kill themselves. They just live and they thrive. That becomes their new normal. Water levels itself. Water finds its level. So do humans.
I got a friend who found out that her friend died 2 weeks ago by Googling her friend's name.
Yeah, it wasn't really a friend.
It was a friend. They're actually very, very close friends, but the girl's been traveling for like a couple of months, and she just hadn't heard from her for a while. And when she was actually reaching to her, she wasn't getting in no contact from her or whatever. Didn't know what was going on. She didn't know any of her people. She didn't follow any of her people online or nothing. Come to find out, she Googled the girl's name, seen the girl obituary section. Obituary.
They say how the girl died, so she ain't even made it to the funeral.
She had cancer. She beat the cancer, but then I guess it started coming back, and she didn't tell nobody that it came back. Kind of like Chadwick Boseman. So she was going to the hospital on and off, and she was telling people, yeah, she just got pneumonia or whatever it was. But come to find out, the cancer came back.
Yeah, it probably spread it. It probably spread it super fast too. That's just, speaking of cancer, why your boy? We got to jump into some politics. Your boy Biden out here diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Boy catching that cancer out here. How do you catch prostate cancer? It's like genetic, or can you like get it?
No, it's completely genetic because it's cancer. It's not like,
so your parents have to.
It's not caused by nothing. It can't be passed down and shit like that.
So if my dad has it, That doesn't mean that I'm gonna have it.
It don't mean you're gonna have it. That means they're gonna screen you a few years earlier, just so in case.
Black men are potent.
Just in case it's because that cancer grows very slow. Like,
yeah, it's common. 1 in 4 black men have it.
It could start like 5 years and just be growing slowly, and then boom, when you find out, you're fucking like stage 2, stage 3.
The thing is, that means they've been new on Biden, been had it. There's been audio of him actually had like a slip of a tongue when he actually admitted to having it while he was in office, and they said, "Oh, he spoke back then." But we've been knew he had it. The thing is, they're probably figuring Biden out here is going to be out of here, and they're just going to segue right into Kamala. So they've been planning on shoehorning Kamala right in that bit for us. I
was trying to put an okie doke.
Okie doke. Every time it comes to light, Democrats, you see they've been trying to pull okie doke on the people.
The problem was Joe didn't want to die. They wanted Joe to die. Joe didn't die.
Joe didn't want to go to glory.
He didn't want to go out peacefully.
Joe ain't trying to go to the great unknown.
Because I'm pretty sure he was probably getting what's gonna come out. He was probably getting all types of treatments while he was in the White House. All types of shit. Watch that shit come out.
You mean all sorts of shit coming out? Like you said, you're already hearing half the time of them saying that they didn't like. He was ready to slip in, this, that, and the third. Shit was crazy. So each time we keep hearing different stuff from the White House. Back then, nothing puts him in a good light.
Yeah, I gave the keys to a vegetable. That shit crazy, bro.
This nice country.
Y'all gotta be here. All it is what it is.
Yeah, what it is.
Is there an option number 2 outside of America if you had to dip out? What's your boys' options?
My first option after I leave is gonna be Belize, 100%.
You can see yourself living there, raising your kids there, and everything.
All that. They speak. I love. They're like a combination of Mexicans and Jamaicans, and they speak English. That's their first language.
Are you cool with not being like in a city? You know?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need all that. I'm not like Juno. I don't mind sitting in the back. Give me a little hut. Even if the hut in front of me nicer than mine, ain't no problem.
Ain't no problem. You take a Joe Budden in the corner.
I'll take a Joe Budden. Let me just as long as I got me some AC, Wi-Fi, and I got me some good food, healthy food, healthier food than this American crap.
So number 2, can we add some context? Am I rich or am I just how I am now?
Well, your mindset is your mindset, right?
Yeah, because it's all you might be in a rich economy. Here comes Bill Gates sitting in front of you. You probably like, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. It's always levels.
Yeah.
Once you get to a different tax bracket, there's still going to be a nigga in front of you or a nigga behind you. Either way,
that's gonna be bigger fish.
Yeah.
No, you know who's the biggest fish in Elon Musk is the biggest fish.
That's the biggest fish.
He don't got nobody in front of him.
For now, these are just numbers. What we know of.
It's telling you.
I mean, it's not all just a money game. The money's not actually real. Money is just an idea. It's actually power. Is Elon the most powerful? No, he just got the most money. When money buys you power, the most powerful people still run shit.
I got a lot of ideas. I ain't got no money.
Yeah, when you actually got the power, it's when I be down the rabbit hole online, the conspiracy stuff. When you talk about, they say 7 families, 7 continents. Run shit. That's there's levels of that. Especially some of the same ones that've been running the continents since then are still in position now. We don't even hear about those family wealth.
Conspiracy Nate,
dog.
Back on it. You ain't tell the people. You ain't tell the people. You ain't tell the people about the firmament yet.
Not yet. I haven't gone that yet. I told you I'm going down that rabbit hole about the flat Earth shit. See if there's any truth to it. I don't know. I'm telling you what I'm hearing right now. There's some shit. Listen, I don't want to say the shit's not flat or whatever, but there's some weird shit going on with that Antarctica shit, dog. There's some shit out there. There's some truth to that. There's some places they don't want us to go. There's some belief that they said outside of Antarctica, like some people believe like there's like a whole bunch of other continents that we're just cut off from, like hundreds of other locations. So it's not that they said we're not even on a circle, we're like on a plane. It should keep going further out. We're just on this part of the world. That's one of their beliefs. Like it's like we're encased in ice or some shit. I don't know how this makes sense.
So when you believe the Earth is flat, right, and it's just that plane, you say, do you not believe in other planets? You take away the whole solar system?
Oh, there's a whole belief that half that shit is fake anyways. Like, the shit is fucking trippy, bro. Like
that there is no other 9 other planets.
Think of like, even if it's not on a planet, we're like encompassed in like a globe, almost like so. Even if we could see them, we could never go there. Like, there's a belief that we never even made it out of space. You can't even break out of our firmament. That whole space shit is fake. All that bullshit is fake. Do not believe them. Like, we're encased in water. Like, if you go up, it's like water on both sides. All we see is a shadow. The shit is trippy. I don't know, man. The shit is trippy. But even the Bible, this was fucking crazy. The Bible says shit like this. This is so trippy. And then said when God got rid of when he resetted the world and flooded the world, he opened the firmament and it flooded the world. And what's crazy is there's proof that there's like we had like some kind of mass level extension flooding type shit. Like, where the fuck did that water go? This shit is trippy, bro. Like, don't think this shit. So the shit goes deep, dog. Like, damn. So the same people that tell you the Earth is flat is that they can only tell you but so much, and even they can't go past that certain part of Antarctica. There's a lot of shit that's really trippy out there, bro.
I love the fact that people that believe the Earth is round, because I'm not gonna go either side.
I believe it's round because I hold this round. I'm like, all right, I'm cool with it.
But the fact that people are so firm on the fact that it's round, like they know for sure. Like, oh, science. Come on. Science is not science.
That's what I be telling people, bro. The more you go down the conspiracy, you realize like we do think that science is empirical, and we are in the era of mass confusion where dummies are running shit, where we kind of anti-intellectual truth. But at the same time, we are in the era of lots of knowledge, and the more knowledge you realize, the more you realize most people don't really know shit. We're just going along because we said to go along. That's it. Yeah. Like shit does go like that. At one point, the Earth was flat, and we all agreed on it until we end up agreeing otherwise. The same way we agreed, bro. There's motherfuckers that believe like that they discovered America shit. That shit goes deep. Like this shit was already fully developed when they got in this bitch. There's a whole conspiracy behind that. Like all the nations came together and just wiped this shit out. That shit's great. That shit it gets trippy.
Yeah, that's a cool story, Nate.
Oh, see, that's how it goes.
That's how it goes. Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how they make you just write it off. Like, yeah. Another flat earther again. So the truth will never come out because nobody's ever going to believe a flat earther.
It's not even that the truth will never come out. It's by the time certain stuff come out, people are just cool with it. Like, we were been saying 9/11 was inside job. The shit was fake. 20 years later, now it's proven that the shit was inside job.
And everybody's cool with it.
Yeah, that's how I go. The rollout might be so slow that we might not even care. I'll be like, so this shit that I just got to be cool with being 20 years ahead. So,
and the more advanced we get, the faster it becomes. The faster people are being cool with things.
There's beliefs that we're suppressed by like 40 some years. Like we're that much. They're releasing our advancement like by drip. Like that's how far ahead we are.
The people that's controlling the AI. The people that's controlling this. The people that's controlling. I'm talking about the simulation that we're in right now.
Yeah, the people that control us. I think Juno really does really like. People really don't like to believe that we're corralled. We're people, but we're not really free.
No,
if you're free, how come we can't just go to any country we want? We can't just go. We are really following rules ultimately, right? Like we're animals. We're the only animals in the world paying rent.
Listen,
paying bills. It don't really make sense.
When I get high and I go move my car into the driveway, I that's the same fucking thought I get. I'd be like, someone is just. Why are we all doing the same exact things?
Yeah, I'm telling you. So we're being corralled, but we just all going along with it. That's what I'm saying. There's people that really pull the strings on this shit.
Yeah, because it's just, and then it's been happening so long, you just kind of feel like, this is just the way it's supposed to go.
Exactly.
Why fight it? I work 30 years, retire. Hopefully, I live long enough to spend some of that money, and then I die.
Different countries have different systems, different plays. But then there's another thing. Imagine if you're like farming people. After a while, the number might get too big, and sometimes you have to trim the fat, release a little bit of COVID. Release a hurricane, release a flood every now and then. Or if you believe from the Bible standpoint, these motherfuckers done turn crazy. They're fucking the animals. They're causing Nephilim. Go ahead and unlock the firmament a little bit. We're going to reset this bit. Every few thousand years, you got to do a reset. And the humans that do live, they go underground for a little bit. They finally come back out. They reset, start society. So they believe like we're like on our third or fourth reset. Like that's
the whole thought behind
like
Thanos.
They feel like behind Thanos. Yeah, that's out there. But like they be like, society's been more advanced than we are now before. But when we get too big, we either blow up or some shit crashes out and it resets again. So some people like we're not even on our first reset as society.
They say the Egyptian society was probably more advanced than we are right now.
Shit like that. So that's how it goes. The shit gets trippy, bro.
Just imagine when we're just a figment of someone's imagination. People can't even believe. People can't even believe.
Yeah, that we don't even fucking exist. We're just in someone's brain, or we're a simulation of another project.
Or you know that show that was on Apple TV? Was it Apple TV with Jason Momoa, where it was like in the future everybody was blind?
Yeah,
it was like apocalyptic future.
Yeah,
and you have no idea what was. There's like libraries, and those things are like people are trying to find books because those are the only tie we have to the past.
Mm-hmm.
They have pictures. They got pictures of Michael Jordan on the wall talking about this was their Jesus. They had stories of this man. They said that he could walk on air. He was the Messiah. They call him Black Jesus.
He was a white man. He was a white man. Like they gotta rewrite him. Like
yeah,
the greatest white man to ever live.
George with long blonde hair, blue eyes,
with his locks. But that's another thing that's fucked up is whenever societies run over the other one, they burn down their books, they take over
and change the history.
Rewrite history.
Yeah.
So this shit is so fucking. That to me is the most diabolical shit you can do. There's a difference when you take over people. The fact that when you burn down their books, you know what I'm saying?
That's why they say to the victor goes the spoils. You win, you get to decide the story that's told.
I get that, but you ain't gotta erase people's history, though. Just put a little museum in the cut, but to erase, obliterate that's evil.
But for you to get rid of those people, you had to do some evil shit, and you're not gonna put the evil shit that you did in that book.
That's the real history. That's how it goes. Or someone. That's why you can't get your history from one spot. America only got his version of history
from the Americans.
Standpoint. You need to go everywhere else to get everyone else's standpoint to get like that.
Because they saw what America was doing while they were doing it.
Of course, yeah. And we've been every country tells their own country propaganda. So we only know our thing from the glorious view of America. As we can see, fast forward nowadays, as we become to awakening, as you can see people saying, hold on, let me tell you from Hitler's standpoint or from Russia's standpoint. And speaking of Hitler, your boy Kanye broke the internet last week when he dropped that song. Y'all seen all the Hell Hitler track, all the social media platforms, all the music and the platforms that are taking him off. He's only on like X right now. He had over 7 million views.
I still haven't heard the song.
Me neither.
I haven't heard it, but I saw what it was about. I saw it was he got a bunch of people. He got a bunch of people to pretty much say how Hitler sign.
Well, that shit going though. It ain't that it just get done. The shit.
I heard the song was a good song, but I need to hear what's the hook. What the hook sound like?
That's the best part. It ain't like it's super lyrical. It's the Hell Hitler part that all my niggas Nazi nigga Hell Hitler. The way you laid down that shit is fucking raw. So that nigga show you that you can make anything entertaining.
Yeah.
Send the link. I want to hear that shit.
Hold on, let me get it.
If it's on Apple Music, I could pull it up.
It ain't no Apple Music.
Yeah, cause I don't, you know, I don't be getting notified when niggas be releasing music. I only get notified when the Afro shit get released.
So you don't do Drake neither still?
Nah.
Drake is one of those guys that he's like, he can go to any genre.
No, but this past week I was listening to a lot of Soulja Slim.
Haitian Flag Day just passed. You ain't listen to no compa. You don't listen to no compa. That's the best Caribbean music.
Nah, compa makes my hip hurt.
Your hip hurt.
Yeah, bro.
You be doing too much. That's the problem. I always wish I could dance compa. I always feel like that's a cheat code right there. Because if you could dance compa, you always see like when you go to like a Haitian club and it be that one dude or like that one couple that just be dancing and they got all the moves. And you're like, man, this nigga could get any hoe he want to right now in this bitch. So smooth with it. I'd be like, dang, I wish I could dance like that.
All you gotta do is practice, my boy.
Nah, this levels. I don't have that kind of skill. I don't even know. I can't even do the simple wedding songs. Wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby. Even that shit I can't do.
Hey, just had a snack?
For me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you.
No, I had my Starbucks, my drink coming in.
I told you. I think had a lemon loaf come in.
No, man. Hey, the lemon loaf be busting over there, though. I got a refresher. I was trying to have my daughter go grab it upstairs, but she knocked out.
Gay.
Sometimes you don't want to go super hard in the coffee late night, though. You get a nice little refresher, you still get the caffeine. Taking it easy.
Niggas shopping at Starbucks and shit.
Nate, you DoorDash in Starbucks, bro?
We had to do the pod. What do you want me to do?
Oh,
You got it.
yeah.
Not get the Starbucks at 9:00 p.m.
I didn't want to crash out on y'all. If you guys are being reasonable, I gotta, tell y'all, give me 2 minutes out of run to Starbucks or go grab me a West End. But
That's not reasonable. You don't need a Starbucks. You don't need a Starbucks coffee right now.
I do.
Well, how's that reasonable?
I needed it like 20 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying?
So that means you're supposed to. If you know that something is scheduled for a certain time, why don't you work around that? Why don't you get a Starbucks before that so you can have it in the house ready for you when the pod starts? Nigga talking about reasonable.
I'm just saying, man. I know y'all weren't trying to give the people that work, so
I was. Hey, Ant-Man's playing right now. I have not even seen the score. What's the score right now, Juno?
Yeah, I didn't even check, bro, because this TV up here.
Because we could stop this shit right now. I could go inside and go watch this game. That ain't no problem.
We already got but so many topics to cover, though. Y'all ain't speak on Diddy yet. Go ahead and give us some.
Yeah, give us some Diddy news.
Y'all been following the case?
I be hearing random shit pop up. Like right now, it just seems like they just slandering my dog's name for no reason. Not no reason, but it's a lot of character type shit right now that has really. I don't feel like it has really nothing to do with the case.
Some of these stories about the freak offs, the shit has been crazy. Like about 12 men has been
Cassidy?
Yeah, Cassidy was getting busy, bro. Like,
oh yeah.
And they were doing freak shit for real. You know
but the more it passes, it you start to see like she was like a willing participant in a lot of this stuff.
That part, but it was just a lot of overly freaky shit. The shit was wild.
Yeah.
She was setting some of the
a lot
shit
of
up.
Dicks. Yeah, she liked that. A lot of dicks. She, in
That
her
was her
words,
quote.
a lot of dicks.
A lot of dicks. Though.
Crazy.
That's her quote?
Crazy.
Yeah, her quote. A lot of dicks in the text
It's been
messages.
a long weekend. A lot of dicks.
He seems like he's like very concerned with her, like checking up to her to see if she's okay.
Like,
you all right? What do you want to do today? And he even say like, what do you want to do today? You don't even have to party today if you don't want. No freak offs, whatever you want to do.
I think what it is like, damn, the
she
bitch was
said-
hard for me last night. She deserved a break.
That's her
And
response.
she over
a
here
lot
talking
of
about,
dicks?
oh yeah, I am a little exhausted.
Yeah.
Everything, I just want to be with you. We could just chill, go for a walk. She gives very girlfriendish responses, as if she just didn't give a freak off. This shit is fucking insane.
It's like, but you could tell like she's really just trying to please him.
Yeah, that's
No
like
matter by any means necessary.
But he wasn't coming back like, all right, bitch. Even when he wasn't on that type of time, she was still always on that
because
type of time.
she felt like this is what he wants. Like
Exactly.
this is what he wanted.
She was playing her fucking game. So like, who's gonna turn that down? Even when he's not on it, like, we should go get you checked out. You did. He's like, I'm gonna book your appointment while you need to go to the clinic.
Because that was a lot of dicks. You need to get checked out for real.
He's
Ain't no way.
She's like, yeah, my tongue is kind of bumpy. I might have to STI. And this shit is nuts, bro.
I don't want to hear about bumpy
I miss
bumpy
you,
tongues.
babe. This that. This shit is crazy. This transition between them doing freak offs to normal relationships.
Yeah.
To him love bombing her, to her just always down for anything.
Mhm.
I can't lie. I don't know how the fuck he got her off the team. That nigga's wild. You know what I'm saying? I can see why he kind of had the bust Kid Cudi's head. You got one like that on the team. It's kind of because this shit was crazy.
Yeah.
So you're hearing about that. But the free car parts of the thing is crazy. This today, they Kid Cudi did his testimony, and you see how much Diddy basically terrorized this nigga, blew up his car, harassed his pets, threatened to whoop his ass, and he swear that he wanted to fight Diddy. But at no point did I ever see this nigga step up Diddy. So like he was getting harassed the whole fucking time, the whole time. And she cheated on him with Diddy, and cheated on Ryan Leslie with Diddy. She kind of is just as bad as Diddy.
Yeah. So it's like whenever she left Diddy, she never really left Diddy.
Yeah, she'll go with someone else and then still cheat on them with Diddy type shit and do like that. And then you're finding out all sorts of stuff coming out this week that apparently Diddy might have smashed Laura London. You know, because that was like her best friend, and that might have been that whole thing about. Remember those rumors years ago when Wack was saying how there was a tape out there of Nipsey. That might have been that whole little thing between like a Diddy type of setup type thing, and he never really releases or tells what it is. But apparently, there's some kind of Nipsey might have been compromised out there. Diddy really was doing some wild shit out there, bro.
I told my wife that shit yesterday, bro. I said I do not want to be super uberly wealthy.
Exactly,
I'd rather just be rich.
That shit's scary.
And she was like, why? And I was like, because once you get rich, where you have power, you start doing weird shit.
Weird shit. Access to access. Like this shit was really thrown. It make no sense.
Yeah.
I said, Diddy got tired of fucking and started fucking niggas in the ass.
It ain't even that. He was doing weirder shit than that. Like he had Chrissy with a nigga bust off on his old lady. He didn't even do nothing but come into the next room and rub that shit on his rub the nut of the dude's nut on his nipples. I'm like, what do you get from that,
bro?
This is just straight degeneracy.
Exactly, bro.
That shit don't make no sense.
That's being gay, but trying to like cut out the middleman.
Yeah, cut out the middleman.
Yeah,
you out here doing gay with extra steps.
Yeah, that's what that is. Because he don't want to just have the man skeet on his chest, so he has the man skeet on his girl's chest.
And then he has the man skeet on his old lady, or she's put him off, and then she comes back afterwards, take it out and rub it on his nipples.
Oh, it's
extra
cream.
steps.
That's cream. I thought it's cream pie, and then cream pie, then
But there's another nigga that said that he saw her. He got blown away. The Punisher nigga in his book, he never saying like there's a wealthy couple that he couldn't get hard after a while because he seemed like Buddy like. Afterwards, kind of went by cream pie eating afterwards.
Oh, stop!
So that nigga full cuck now. That's the issue of cucking. You start off watching, and then usually if you watch cuck porn, them niggas going eating the after. Yeah, it's a slow like, Puff's there. It ain't that he's full on gay.
I was thinking to myself, if Diddy beats this, and first of all, beating this doesn't mean that he has to get off like scot free. He does like 5 years, 10 years. That's a win for Diddy.
I don't see what crime he did that he should go out. He's going to jail for.
He's sex trafficking.
Get the fuck out of it.
It wasn't
he ain't
sex
called
trafficking.
not one person himself. He ain't never called
well, from the definition, from what I've heard, and the word coercion that I was hearing them use in the definition of trafficking, he could technically be trafficking.
Bro, that's
because when you're
if you fly someone out to you, they can consider that shit trafficking.
And remember all the people he brought out, he told them, this ain't here for that. My husband likes this. We can start off this way. And if it goes for more, we can pick it up from there. So even the initial agreement was never for sex. My husband, and then once she got him off the first freak off, we can go for more. So she kind of got him. This was an agreement.
But when you start promising people things and at the same time they're doing you sexual favors and then you don't give them those things, I think Cassie was all up for the freak offs. A lot of the stuff she was all down with. But at one point, she's seen this wasn't getting her anything. She's still not popping like all these other stars that Diddy got. And she don't got no ring. So it's like, what am I doing all this for? So then she's like, you know what? Fuck it.
After 10 years, I think what happened is she got caught cheating with the dude. And that's why she didn't leave Diddy. Diddy left her ultimately. That's what the thing shows. She never left Diddy.
Yeah, but she always kept coming back to Diddy.
Diddy left her, she went to a dude She cheated on her fucking dude. Her husband dude went back to Diddy again. This nigga was FaceTiming her and she was just smashing Diddy. This shit is nuts, bro. Like
Munchausen syndrome.
Like Diddy probably could still get her back right now if he wanted to. If the feds wasn't involved, like, man, that's my bitch, man. Chill out, y'all.
Yeah.
Chill out. That's what he really need to take the stand instead of he need to take the stand and just say that. Come on, man. Y'all know how it be, man. This is my bitch, man. Go ahead. And like, all right, guy, he got it. Not guilty. Let that man go, man. What was that Kevin Gates song? I thought it was legal to beat your hoe. Kevin Gates. Classic Kevin Gates. I saw Charleston White said something nearly the same thing.
Speaking of prison or the people locked up, Tory Lanez got stabbed up in jail
14 times.
It was 14. I thought it was 16.
One of them, that's still a big number. That's more times than 50 got shot. I'd rather get shot 9 times than get stabbed 14 times. Hold on, let me think about that. I think I'd rather get shot 9 times because a few of those bullets is going clean through. Them stab wounds, that's coming in and out. Pause. 14 times.
Yeah, that stabbing could be crazy. That shit is crazy.
Go ahead, finish.
Tory's small as hell. I don't understand how you catch a nigga like that slacking and don't finish the job completely.
I heard it was like during like visitation or something. A dude's girl came to visit him, and I guess the girl kind of caught Tory's eye, and he kind of like talked to her. Yeah.
Apparently, Tory, the dude didn't like it, and Tory was talking junk, and Tory like, "Nigga, I'm gonna fuck your girl," type shit.
Yeah.
He was like, "All right, nigga." Man.
Nigga think he outside. Nigga think he outside. You know, when he outside, you could talk. He could talk like that. That's what he do.
Yeah, not in here though.
You can't talk like that in here.
So if you out here playing with a nigga wife behind the big house, I can't really blame it. You know, there's a different. They play by a different set of rules in there.
Different rules. You ain't got no security in here.
So let prison be the main reason to show people that there's rules when you're rallying humans in general. There's a way of things run regardless, whether we like it or not. Because no matter how much we set the prisons up for certain rules, the inmates still make their own rules to override it, and that goes everywhere in the world.
So Tory's lawyers saying they got video, and once this video comes out, we're gonna see. Because the whole dance bitch shit, that's crazy for somebody to say dance bitch while they're shooting at your feet. So I need to see this on tape. If it didn't happen and you just made this up, where do we go from here?
Listen, we all knew that
I always thought that was excessive. Yeah.
We all knew it was the girlfriend that shot Megan. We all knew this shit. Like no one ever that whole dance bitch. Mm-hmm. That shit sounded crazy,
made
out
up.
of a fucking movie made up.
Sounded diabolical. I was like,
and once we found out Tory Lanez was fucking both of them, we already knew it was the other girl that shot the gun.
So Megan was just jealous when she found out that Tory was sleeping with her best friend.
Yeah, man.
Shots ended up fight. Maybe they wanted to fight. I don't know. Somebody pull out a gun. Either way, I don't know. They say Tory's fingerprints was nowhere on the gun. Did not shoot the gun.
What happens when it comes out that fucking Tory didn't actually do it? What was Megan drunk that night? Did she not actually see who shot her, or was she just cool letting this nigga someone go to jail over her?
I think the latter.
I don't want to put that on her. I want to say maybe she was just too drunk from that night because everyone was drinking. But did she just say that night she lied? She said she didn't know what happened. She stepped on the glass. She didn't want to get in trouble.
She lied, and she knows she lied, and she told people. She said she lied.
She said originally she lied, and she said she didn't. She didn't get shot. She stepped on glass.
Listen,
I guess
she lied about everything because they showed the X-ray, the X-ray of her when she went to the hospital. No bullet fragments in her foot.
They said there was little stuff there, but you couldn't tell it's compromised. And then the state ended up losing the evidence. So there's no evidence of the fragments actually being there anymore because y'all lost the evidence of that.
Mm-hmm.
Tory's fingerprints there's 4 fingerprints on the gun, and none of them belong to Tory. And
It's
the one
DNA.
guy that was there that refused to testify
Not fingerprints,
is now testifying and saying that he heard the it was the other girl that shot what's her name the whole time. Here goes the other girl that shot. It wasn't Tori.
Well, that girl's been
And that girl didn't. And then that girl didn't say she didn't take the stand. She got she
pleaded the fifth.
She pleaded the fifth. Yeah. So,
And she pleaded the fifth while she had immunity.
yeah. So she didn't even have to say anything. I mean, she could have told the truth, and nothing would have happened to her.
Correct.
well,
But what happened? But what happens if you lie and you have immunity?
Well, if you lie and you have immunity, it's been proven that you lose the immunity. They just can't use it against you. Usually, you're not even allowed to plead the fifth when you have immunity. So I don't even know how the fuck that happened, or that they found out she was gonna plead.
Yeah, like how in the hell we give you immunity and then you still don't tell us what the hell happened?
Yeah, usually what happens is you can't plead the fifth. You have to give an answer. You know what I'm saying?
But the judge allowed it. The judge allowed it.
But the judge allowed it. But that's how it goes. It's usually some fuck shit. They should give you time. That's how they said that he kind of got railroaded. You know what I'm saying? Even that, at the very least, it wasn't intentional. You know that he didn't come out with no gun that day. So 10 years is kind of crazy. The guy should have got maybe 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Aggravated assault with a firearm. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't intentional. That would make more sense. But to hit that nigga with a dime piece.
Yeah, they said it was like 3 years max, but in that state you can add like enhancements.
Yeah, he got a gang a firearm enhancement or something like that, or what's it? That shit.
So that's why it ended up being 10 years. And there was like that judge, he don't even give cartel members the enhancements.
Yeah. So he got railroaded. So
he got railroaded, and that nigga about to come home.
You talking about Tory Lanez?
I believe he's gonna be freed.
How?
Because the senators are speaking on it.
Because he's appealing. He got his appeal. Yeah. He's about to appeal, and everything is gonna come out that the state was hiding from the defense.
So then, what happens after that? Does that mean the rightful shooter is gonna go to jail, or is that a lost cause?
It's gonna be a lost cause.
But he can still sue for he can sue them for like a civil suit, like for defamation or whatever it is.
He can, but that shit's rare, man. Usually, motherfuckers just take their chances of being free and be gone with it.
Yeah, niggas take their bar and go home, Swerve.
Yeah, fuck, I'm gonna waste my time. Fuck up the state. You know what? The shit can go side. I want my freedom.
I don't know. Well, SZA came out and she's talking about y'all niggas out here weird for bullying Meg Thee Stallion out here. Y'all acting like she did not get shot. This girl literally got shot, and y'all acting like she's not the victim here.
I mean,
my saying is like I understand that sounds cool and all, but she got shot, but she lied about who shot her. That's why nobody's bullying her because she's a victim. People are bullying her because she's sending the wrong person to jail. She sent a person to jail.
We need to bully them because the same shit happened to Chris Brown. Rihanna stayed quiet for 10 years.
We brought this up on this pod. That's right. Y'all out here still being quiet about it.
These bitches are like evil, Swerve.
Yeah. Know what happens. sees the things that are. It's like he's losing opportunities for things that's happening to him in the past.
You're a whole billionaire now. You don't even put out music anymore. You let this nigga still get his back kicked in.
On her deathbed, she's gonna be like, "Yeah, it was me. I hit him first. He was just defending himself. My bad.
I was wilding.
So yeah, I believe Megan didn't want her reputation to be ruined or get any worse. So when her friend shot her, she knew the story was coming out that she beefing with her friend for fucking her friend's man and shit. Whatever it was, the shit was. And I believe she would let that nigga sit in prison knowing that he didn't do it.
She knew her friend was gonna come out and said, "No, I shot her." So she's like, "This nigga, I'll say he did it."
The relationship between female like best friends sometimes it'd be crazy sometimes how jealousy can get in between somebody who's like been your friend for 20, 30 plus years. And then you see them winning, and then you get mad because you're winning. You're fucking Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
And then you get jealous because your best friend is sleeping with.
Women are like that though. Women be.
That's ridiculous.
Like that sometimes. Sometimes they'll be friends with each other just so they don't ever even like each other. They just kind of
just so they can keep tabs.
just to keep tabs. Women are like that. Like they won't like each other for years and just be cool with each other, all giddy, just so they could keep tabs, just to kind of like a friendly rivalry. Like
yeah.
Shit don't make no damn sense, niggas. but so it's just different.
The Bible said women are wicked. So I believe she'll let that nigga sit in prison knowing that her friend is doing that shot her. I don't put it past her. Speaking of women, you got Remy Ma and Papoose.
Shit's crazy.
What Remy Ma think she's gonna get back with Papoose? That ship's long gone, right? That ain't happening.
No, what happened is Papoose new girl had an interview in the Breakfast Club this morning.
Corey Shields. What's she talking about?
Just regular interview. Outside of that, she'll just say how the elephant in the room was the Remy Ma situation, this, that, and third, how she don't want to speak on it. They're but she just knows she's usually with Papoose every day. When he's not with her, they're FaceTime all together. So it is what it is, and they got their whole thing, the divorce thing's being set down aside. So it is what it is till then.
Okay, because they're not officially divorced yet.
Yeah. So fast forward now, Remy Ma goes online, say basically anytime your girl speaks up, I'm gonna violate you, because it is what it is, and she out here doing videos. I don't know what the hell the issue is. She said she been wanting the divorce. Papoose taking forever. She's like, I don't see the issue. I got the thing. If you can't afford your attorney, since the last time the guy's number you gave this, he said you hadn't retained him yet. She's like, if you need to be, I'll pay for your attorney as well. She doing all this slight innuendo how she pays for everything. I don't see what the issue should be real easy. I pay for my daughter's daycare, pay for the housing, pay for my rent. Like always, I've always paid for everything. She's throwing all this subtle, I've done this, that, and that. And she's like, she didn't like this, like there was some reference, like literally, like he was probably the lowest earning income guy I've ever been with. Like that's the issue when you kind of when your girl's the high earner. As you can see, she throwing all that shit out, kind of like right now. You know what I'm saying? Like as this Papoose never was the high dog when they were together at some point. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it is kind of
they forget.
I forget, but it is kind of crazy. But it don't matter because Papoose got a breadwinner regardless now, regardless either way now.
Yeah, my daughter don't read up.
So, but she's throwing all this like subtle innuendo of like almost how she got to pay for everything, or it's not an issue, no money, or is that that's the part I don't like. I don't like that. Remy not chill. Who
got more money, Remy Ma or Clarissa Shields?
I think Clarissa Shields, because that hip hop money is different than that.
Clarissa Shields,
that boxing money.
But it's women's boxing. I don't know.
That's what I thought at first, but I realized she was a champion in a few other. She's a champion, and
that don't mean nothing.
Olympics twice. I think she got endorsement deals, ain't it?
I don't know. I don't think
she has an Olympics.
She's not a household name.
Yeah. Because I heard Noah Lyles on some podcast talking about somehow this track shit should be a year-long thing. It should be teams. Niggas trying to make some more money because he ain't got enough right now. This every 4 year shit ain't working.
Would you consider her a household name, Nate?
I didn't, but
nah. Neither one of them is a household name.
There's so much money out there in sponsorship and shit right now that I don't know what shit's getting. It's kind of like rappers that you don't really see. No one's popular as it used to be, but everyone's rich.
There is no biggest female boxer. If you had to pick one, it would probably be her. But there's no female boxing is not hot right now.
The most famous female boxer is probably the Puerto Rican chick that boxed in Jordans.
Yeah, one of them too.
And I don't even know her name.
But isn't Clarissa Shields like the best female boxer right now?
Yeah.
I
guess she's heavyweight, right? She's heavyweight in women's, right?
She's the champ in every division.
See? So you mean to tell me, especially how Black Lives Matter and all these black folks been doing that stick up the last few years, you mean to tell me they couldn't shake a little bit of bread her way?
Nah, she's not gay.
No, it ain't only gay. There's just anything that's black woman, anything women leaning, feminist leaning. There's a bag to be made.
You're looking at the wrong
Here's
corporation,
how I look.
wrong
It's
group.
kind of like no different than I saw like people that you wouldn't think was getting paid because they had like a little draw and a little niche audience. They were able to monetize it pretty well. Kind of like Kiki Palmer. These are like Hollywood A-listers because they got like a little niche following and they're big in their space. There's plenty of black women, especially black women, they're doing pretty great. As long as they're doing fantastic and a little niche, they were able to raise a lot of capital. I thought she'd be no different. Especially being in sports.
Those people you're talking about are like entertainers.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And with athletes nowadays, they kind of hybrids.
And they gotta look good too.
You gotta have a personality. You gotta look good.
Yeah. Angela Reese ain't that great of a basketball player, but she looked good and she has personality.
But okay, Angela Reese. I don't even know if basketball female. That one's even worse. I know even less. Angela Reese and Caitlin Clark. But there's a lot of WNBA players right now that are finally getting the bag. Not at the WNBA's. Only
the very talented ones or the very pretty ones.
Whatever it is, but there's probably a good 15 to 20 multimillionaires right over there now because of their deals. So you mean to tell me anytime things starting to bubble or sizzle, usually the number one dog's probably the one. That's what I'm saying. So she's the best boxer right now in the time of which female empowerment's bubbling. You mean tell me there's not someone out there now, an agent that can find a different way to get her different contracts or hear different commercials there. I know she was about to do the Bad Girls Club baddies, but I don't think the urban space is the only place she's eating. We don't follow boxing like that, but there's plenty of boxers that we be thinking they'd be broke.
I don't think boxing is popping like that. I just don't think boxing is popping like that because you can't name any boxers.
Boxers
you don't
get paid more than. Listen, boxing don't get advertised like we know. Just like especially with boxing, the boxers get paid way more than the MMA fighters. Even though MMA fighters get all the glory, boxers we don't see anywhere outside of Showtime and HBO. Them niggas be paid 4 or 5 times richer than an MMA fighter, and they're not even household names. Them niggas go on a 10 fight streak. They done made it $6-7 million. MMA, only the big dog gonna make that after a 10 round streak win when you was in Dana White trying to knock his head off.
Yeah, they get paid more per fight, but I'm just talking about like advertising, marketing, commercials. Like, where do you see these female boxers at?
I don't know if I don't follow like that, but they get paid. Like,
they don't get. Do you watch the same TV you watch where you're seeing these Angel Reese commercials? Is the same TV they should be on, the same commercials, the same times, but they're not.
Man, when there's a niche audience, there's different ways to squeeze.
When Ronda Rousey was popping, you saw her out in ads and in movies and stuff because there was a time for that.
Well, here's one thing I will say for sure: if she's really is popping in her field, her next big thing would be to go to the WWE, and that's what usually the female sports people do.
I think she already did the WWE.
She did? Nah, ain't no way. She did it too early because
I'm telling
right
you.
now WWE they got a crazy lineup of women. Black women be on there too.
Oh, he's talking about like a cameo or something.
Not a character, like become a character, become a regular, just like Ronda Rousey went to WWE.
Yeah, but that's not. She's too. Yeah, it's way too early for her. She's not there.
Retire?
She's not. Yeah, that's. Yeah.
I'm saying if you look
that's
at
what
money,
fighters do that when they're like ready to retire or they're done
ready to
fighting.
retire, or as they become bigger, you'll do little pop in and pop outs. You don't have to do it because it's a way to cross promote. You can still be active. Remember, Brock Lesnar was still half WWE, half MMA until he got fucked up. But remember, what's name did WWE at one point? Conor McGregor. The bigger you are, that's what people come to do.
Hey, yo.
Pause.
And now you got Logan Paul.
That nigga's a different beast.
Logan Paul or
Logan Paul.
Jake Paul's the boxer.
The Paul brothers. Jake Paul, Logan Paul.
Yeah. One of them is a wrestler though.
Oh, Logan's
a wrestler, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the same one. Don't they both do it?
No, one of them is a full-time wrestler. Doing stunts and shit, jumping off the top rope, all that. Yeah,
I thought it was the same nigga doing. I was like, damn, them boys getting a different bag. I thought it was the same brother doing all of them.
So you thought one brother was just out here chilling, and it was one guy doing both.
They both do both things because both of them do still box. I thought the Paul brothers just do everything together. Them niggas just everything.
Well, at first he did used to box. Logan used to box. Maybe he still does. I don't know, but
he doesn't have a good record like his brother. His brother's still undefeated. going against all these heavyweights.
Yeah, his brother's a better boxer than him.
His brother's an actual official boxer. Yeah.
He's the one. Logan Paul is the one that fought Mayweather, and that shit was horrible.
Yeah, but
he was way too big, throwing these looping ass overhand punches. That shit was not boxing.
Which one knocked out Rashad Evans?
Jake Paul.
He's the actual boxer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some say a plant. Some say a plant because a lot of
Rashad Evans because he's not boxing boxers.
Yeah.
He's
Rashad
lost.
Evans used to be a fucking beast though.
He's doing celebrities, bro. Nigga fought
that
Nate
nigga was
Robinson.
not a celebrity. That nigga was an MMA fighter.
Yeah, but that's
MMA fighters are not boxers.
Yeah, he's not fighting.
And he's fighting old MMA boxers.
He won't get in the ring with like a Canelo.
He's getting
that nigga would die.
That
nigga would die to ring with Canelo.
Like one of the best fighters in the world now. That's different. But
he's not gonna get in the ring with Crawford.
They're saying he is an actual fighter though. Don't get it twisted. He's getting publicity.
Yeah,
he can actually fight. He's getting better and better.
Yeah,
he's building that point to the.
I don't like that.
Skip the line.
I don't like that.
It, but he's making fighters earn the more than
they
ever had.
He's the Little Yachty of boxing.
Yeah,
nigga making way too much money. He's practicing in front of us.
Yeah,
that's what Little Yachty did to us for years. Practice, and we just had to sit here and like it.
Is the fact that I've gotten better over time. We did practice, but he took the game for. I like the fact that he stuck it out. I used to hate niggas that was coming in this game and couldn't rap and was trash. And
but it don't make you wonder how he even got the chance in the first place.
But I respect the fact that he's still in it, and not only is Yachty now he's a better rapper.
Niggas getting in them rooms.
Listen, he's a better rapper now. He's writing for other people. He wrote a lot of Drake's hooks and beats. You know what I'm saying? He's a good producer now. He's a fashion icon. He's came through, stuck the landing. He's kind of made hip hop work for him. It wasn't like how I thought Soulja Boy in the beginning. I was like, who the fuck is this nigga doing rah music? But even Soulja Boy stuck around long enough to give us hits over time. They became seasons. So some people that I thought they was gonna be out of here. I remember these guys that coming in through the door I thought was gonna be trash. Waka Flocka Fame. I was like, what kind of fucking name is that? Get this guy out of here. Gucci Man. I couldn't understand why the hood was fucking with him, but if they stick long enough and they put enough music out. Even now, they're not even trash like they did. Gucci Man can actually rap now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? These are guys back in the days like, half the time it's trash, half the time it's good. Now, anytime Gucci goes to verse, 9 times out of 10 is going to be on point.
Remember how you were talking about people who control this whole situation that we got going on now? You don't think that somebody just made a Waka Flocka or somebody just made a Soulja Boy? Somebody definitely made a Little Yachty because he was not talented. They just got this guy and be like, you know what? He was inside. He was in a room with somebody. I'm not gonna say it was Diddy. Maybe it was a Diddy party. I don't know.
I don't know. Little Yachty's when I do feel like that. I don't understand because I don't know his backstory. Because to me, he was too sorry. Like I like Lil Bo. You know, the nigga was straight trash. I don't understand what the appeal was, and he blew up around the same time. There was another guy. There was a couple. SoundCloud rappers.
Baller B, not Baller B. Why? I'm thinking about
Yeah. There's the other one. What's his name? Ugly God. There was a couple
Ugly
of them.
God.
There was a couple of them.
Wasn't there a trash rapper that was signed to Young Money?
So are we talking about mumble rappers? Because y'all trying to.
Yeah. Remember around the same time, mumble rappers. He was part of that same.
Is Lil Yachty the
nigga with the red hair?
Is the founder of mumble rap?
I don't know.
Or is he the pioneer?
What's ended up making mumble rap be good though? Look at Young Thug.
I would say Young Thug is the founder of mumble rap.
I wouldn't say he's the founder.
I would say founder.
He made it popular though.
What song came before his song? His song he had with T.I. was the first mumble song. When he
yeah, which is fucking crazy that we even entertained that bullshit. But I think got a bunch of hits and that kind of led way to us to getting Future, which a nigga who started out sorry as well. Over time, I nigga got too many goddamn hits. Too many fucking. I remember I was I like when I deny a rapper at first.
Yeah.
That's how real I am. See, I come around when I come around. I like being at the opposite end in the beginning, so I get to critique you every step of the way, and then you turn me into a fan. I used to tell niggas, what the fuck are y'all listening to on this Future shit?
I don't know who that's happened to me with that I thought was trash, and then I kind of like
You too accepting. 21 Savage. I used to not fuck with 21.
Oh, see, because I see it right. I see it right away. I see it right.
Talking in the beginning, dog. It make no damn sense.
He had a track.
My problem is when you come out as garbage, I don't give you a second chance.
Yeah, exactly. Which what I always been for years.
So I don't care how hot or how good Lil Yachty's doing and his music journey.
But you could be
once I got what I got. That was
That's
it.
how
Bro.
I used to be.
But you could be trash and still give you good vibes. Yo Yachty's not giving you good vibes or bars.
Nah, he got good vibes and bars. When he started when QP and them started getting hot with the Migos, when that whole label got hot, he was another version of him. He was hot right there with them. So,
it's like saying what's the kid that's in Blueface. It's hard to give you good vibes when you're not rapping on beat.
I used to believe that, man, but we're in the vibe era. Blueface had a couple of stuff. If you outside in the club, buzz down, baby. We're in the trendy era, depending on what you're saying. So,
but even as that song started to get stuck in my head, I knew why it was becoming stuck in my head. Not because it was good, it's because I was listening to it so much.
He's trash though. Blueface is trash. We all can agree on that. I don't know if he's gonna get any better over time. I doubt it. He's treated like it's just a game. He's probably gonna remain trash. But he's been his 15 minutes of fame. He stretched that bitch out for the longest. Not just him and his old lady. They got the retarded kid. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be in jail.
He's still in jail, right?
Yeah.
Why would you call someone the retarded kid, bro?
I mean, the kid is kind of crazy.
The kid's got a dysfunction. The lady was drinking and smoking throughout her whole marriage. People was warning her this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Her pregnancy. And then she has the kid and try to keep the kid off social media.
That's sad.
As if people didn't call it. People like, yeah, we knew this was going to happen. Like,
and now
this is like a public crash out. And we watch the crash out every step of the way.
She need to be ashamed of herself.
Absolutely.
She should be put in prison.
I don't know about all that, but she should be definitely ashamed of herself. You kind of ruined this kid's life with your poor decisions for 9 months.
The thing is, this girl was a fucking star before she met Blueface, dog. And she was bad and fine and an athlete, dog. They kind of came through and fucked each other's life up. The two of them. That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
The shit is crazy. So what fame would do, what people would do to hold on to that fame.
Yeah, she retarded.
Dang, it's crazy. At some point, they're both going to be like 40s, 50s, 60s, and we're going to look back like
this was madness. Yeah, like
it was madness.
Worth it.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? You see the whole thing going on with DDG and his girl.
Mm-hmm.
And she wants
she wants sole custody.
To the courts and wants sole custody.
Oh,
and she talking about he threatened to get 50-50 custody. I was like, how do you threaten to get 50-50 custody? You mean I threatened to be like, I'm gonna do my half of the job? How does that make sense? How is that a threat?
He threatened to get 50. What custody do they have? They don't have any custody already.
They don't have any custody, so he's threatening. Okay, if you
she went to go get a restraining order.
So that means,
so she went and got a restraining order and wants sole custody.
Yeah,
that's how that's not diabolical.
Yeah,
it's
but threatening for 50-50 just means I'm going to go to the courts and put it on paper. These are our scheduled times instead of just
that's not even
instead of
word
just
threat. The word threat doesn't belong there. It doesn't make the sense.
Yeah.
So she sounds crazy for saying that, but when women have kids, they sometime in their head biologically they kind of feel like the kid is more theirs than yours.
Yeah,
so if you don't kind of check it along the way, biologically they do kind of feel like they have a right over that child over you. It's kind of like biological.
Don't test me. Don't test me.
You gotta check.
You can have. I'm gonna tell you. You can have it. You can have one. That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem.
So niggas like
you fussing with the wrong one. 50-50. You get 100.
Yeah.
100. You can have that.
Double that.
You talking about 50-50. Double that.
But this is only an issue that good fathers have to worry about. Because you ain't telling nigga you ain't telling me nothing. So they know who to threaten with that shit.
Nigga give me listen. Somebody give me a chance to be a deadbeat dad. I don't know if I could turn it down. It's just too easy. It's the easy way out.
It's easier said than done because they know who to do it to. And you know what I'm saying? Like
I've witnessed people spending a lot of money to see their children.
This is how you know it's a myth when you see that the deadbeat dad thing is real, but the myth that majority of people are deadbeats, like it can't be true. Because I know a lot of niggas. I know more niggas that have to go through it fighting for their kids than there's just outright deadbeats. So society does do a fucked up version of kind of showing you things.
But at a certain point, you lose so much money, you just like fuck it.
Yeah, but you
can have it.
But you don't hear that side of the story.
You don't hear it. It's just deadbeat.
Like,
you don't hear that this guy was actually trying to see his kids. He was paying lawyer fees and going to.
I mean, the fact that just from the point when the girl puts you on child support that you owe 2 years automatically, like they can go back 2 years. That means you come out right from the jump 20 bands in the hole. Even if you've been paying the whole time.
Even if you was fucking living with the kids, bro.
Yeah, even if you're living that whole time,
them
you're allowed
hoes
to
will
go back
lie,
2
bro.
years. And then they ask the girl, would you want to enforce that? And who's gonna turn down 20 bands? The girl gotta love you.
Yeah.
And for most times, they're not going to turn it down until 90% of the time. I didn't think it was like that. I always thought guys had to owe because they didn't pay this knives because they start out about 20 bands in the hole. Who has that on reserve just from the jump? So you're in the hole, and then they start taking your child support. They start taking your income tax for that one year. The shit gets crazy.
You got to do like Anthony Edwards and just pay that bitch up front.
And that's why he paid it up front. Like, he's a legend. He's a whole legend now. He said, let me pay this bill. Let me cash you out right now. I'm out of here. He said, but that shit is thrown.
That's a good man.
That's a good
That's a good man.
That shit's crazy.
I done pay what I owe. And if I still want to, I can still come back and visit you later on if I feel like it.
Yeah, he said he didn't want nothing to do with it. So let me cash you out.
Yeah, I respect it.
Let me get about your hair.
I respect it because niggas leave and they leave you with no money. This nigga left you with $1 million.
It's crazy.
Let me get about your hair. Let me get cash you out. Get a little shit about my back, man. What's crazy is I felt bad for him. They say he's getting used, but I think his BM still looks bad though. Like she gonna catch her another one.
Yeah, she is. That's
how good she still look. Like, God damn.
It's gonna be another NBA player.
Another NBA player that. And if she got a whole racket going off these niggas paying in advance, come on. So
Who's not giving up 10 months for 1.8 million?
Yeah.
10 months, bro.
Easy.
You got to do the math on that.
Yeah, easy. Crazy investment. So, yeah, so she got him out the game. But the fact that you could do that, and if he financially opt out, he don't owe anymore, and you know his career trajectory is nothing but upside, you got him in his first contract, and I can cash out now? Shit, let me do that every time. That's easy thinking right there. Sign that little paperwork, get the body in.
That guy's going somewhere.
That guy goes somewhere.
So if she was smart, she should have waited till after that next contract.
Yeah, but you know, she ain't smart. She was gonna figure I'm after like these other girls fighting for 50,000 a year, 70,000 a year versus let me get this 1.8 right out the jump. Like, fuck
but
it,
that never really happened though, did it?
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah, that nigga ain't playing swerve. That nigga right.
I thought it was just
No, he cashed out. Some people say that's kind of messed up. He don't want to be in the kids like fuck.
It was an outside
this.
baby. She knew she was the side chick. You fucking up my main shit at the crib. I'm not leaving my main thing.
Yeah. It just sucks for the kid because now the kid knows his dad is Anthony. Yeah, didn't want nothing to do with him. It was just like, yo, cash me out.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I would feel so horrible about that if I knew I was you're
a byproduct of your mom's cunning thievery. What do you want me to do? I have nothing to do with that.
Not cunning thievery that my dad paid off at one time and just like, you know, I didn't want to be in this kid's life
because you're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I understand.
That nigga paid for an abortion, Swerve.
Yeah, that's another thing.
For a living abortion.
Be prehand before she out here just hitting do the okey doke.
Yeah, she took that abortion money, probably went out and smoked hookah and shit, and then
she ain't going out like Blueface Baby, bro.
And then she didn't get the abortion. Now she give birth talking about here's your baby. We didn't sign up for that. We didn't agree on that.
Didn't we solve abortion before in this pod?
We did, but I don't even recall how we did it. It was immaculate.
Y'all talk about solving abortion all the time, and then Juno always say I don't remember, and then Nate always kind of somewhat remembers, and then we
gonna solve it again. I think we solved some of America's biggest issues before this pod before. We just gotta remember to write it down. You know what I'm saying? That's all it calls for.
It was something to do with the man having
an option to buy off, right? Almost like Anthony Edwards situation.
It wouldn't be buy off. It'll just be signing a document. Since you don't want to have an abortion, I want to have an abortion.
Yeah, sign away your rights, pretty much. Be like, I don't want nothing to do with this baby. So if you're gonna have this baby, I want it to be so that I don't have to be financially responsible for this baby that I said that I didn't want.
Which they can still have the good investment of having the seed of an athlete, and you can still put them through school, put them that thing, and you can still grow your own athlete. It's just a longer plan. It's a 12-year plan. You see? You can't trap the guy, but you have his baby, and you grow yourself your own super athlete.
Yeah, that's about 18. That's about 20-year plan.
Yeah,
because the kid's not gonna be start making money to about 18, 19, 20.
Now with these NIL deals.
Yeah, about 18. About high schooler, he might be if he's really good.
Yeah,
high schooler.
It's a solid investment.
But the nigga's not gonna be good because he's gonna be known as Anthony Edwards' bastard child.
That's all the more to rage him. You already know, motherfucker. The worse of the backstory, the more angry.
You're right. He's the first bastard child too. Damn, this nigga's destined for greatness.
That nigga gonna be a fucking monster. You know what I'm saying? So
we don't even know if it's a boy or girl.
We'll find a way to monetize it.
If she's a girl, she's just gonna be an IG baddie.
Or she could go play for the WNBA and go. I'm saying out there being like another
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, Clark. What's up with you? What y'all think about that happened this week with the fallout with them too?
Ain't no fallout happened. The girl got fouled.
Angel Reese just being a bitch.
Angel Reese overreacted. I
love it.
Relax.
I love it.
Angel Reese kind of just overreacted to a foul. And that's all it was.
Angela Reese plays ball like a nigga out here. You know what I'm saying? Like the same way they're cutthroat sometimes. They're not. It looks messed up, but that's how basketball's played. Sometimes
Angel Reese does not play like no
she don't play.
She is trash. Angel Reese is trash.
I don't mean like. I mean as far as them having animosity against each other, not like each other.
I think that's just that's just a thing in NBA in general. They don't really like each other sometimes. Sometimes I see they're kind of very friendly, but the ones that don't like each other, they really don't like each other.
That's just a competition thing.
Yeah, but this whole they hate each other. Like, we hate each other because of sports. We don't know each other outside of this.
Yeah, but I feel like Angel Reese, by her reacting the way she did, she's kind of like making the story even bigger than it should be. Like she's leaning in. She's leaning into the. It's not a story, but she's leaning into the.
She's becoming a heel.
She's leaning into the narrative that they don't like each other. Like it's me versus you.
It works better for Angela Reese. I like it for her because the other girls actually just producing on the court. Caitlin Clark actually producing every time, just busting threes and all saying. While Angela Reese got other deals, got different shows, looking like a baddie, and every time we get together, nigga, it's gonna be Showtime. It's gonna be WWE.
Yeah. And it's better for. I guess it's a better deal for Angela Reese because you don't have to be super talented to be the bad guy.
Exactly. You can tire. It reminds me of that dude Charles Shannon. You know what I'm talking about? The MMA. Was it Charles Shannon or whatever? I forgot his name, but all I know is this nigga was not all that. But then because he has a mouth on him, because he talks the most craziest shit, he got to fight Anderson Silva. He got to fight. The more you become a heel, the more you become a bad guy. You get to jump the line sometimes because people want to see you lose.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you, Nate.
Pause. I already knew you caught that because he have a mouth on him.
He got a mouth on him. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think he got a show called Bad Guy Inc. Until this day, he hosted shows. His MMA career, but most of the time he talks shit to people and get his ass whipped come the MVP round. But because he talked crazy, he'd always get the opportunity. So Angela Reese, she could play. She's like almost no different than like Skip Bayless is doing. People remember the bad guys just as they remember the good guys. The same way we remember Charlemagne. He's going to be tied to forever to Drake and to going against Diddy. Sometimes you're going to be the same way we remember Star and Buck Wild because they didn't have a problem going against the most popular people. The same way we're gonna remember. You know what I'm saying academics. You don't always remember the good guys. There's 100 different good guys. Like, who give a fuck about them? You gotta be the best of the best to be a good guy. But you're the bad guy. You know what I'm saying there's only a few willing to play that role.
The bad boy Pistons. There's this white guy on the team. I forgot his name. The big white guy. Y'all, if Juno don't know, then we're definitely not gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
That's too far before my age.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but Lambeer, nigga's so trash. All he really was doing was out there. He had a little. He was a average ass player, but he was out here whooping niggas' ass.
Yeah, that used to be a thing back in the days. Some teams needed enforcers.
That's crazy. That's not basketball.
That was basketball back then.
Like they have a nigga out there
whooping
just whooping ass.
Yeah, he's our crash dummy.
Yeah, he's a crash out. Yeah,
he's a crash out.
Draymond's a crash out, but at least he can hit a three.
Yeah, but back then you already know because the star already gonna get his ass whooped because they don't want him showing out tonight. He gotten too popular, so you already know they're gonna play too much on, and you can't allow the star to hit back. You need a crash out on that team. You know what I'm saying? You see you getting wrong. I get lifted. That used to be how it was back in the days. Just there's always a character sign for the times. Now you have the best actors. Like these guys get fouled, and everybody know how to follow the floor proper. That's just part of the game now. I seen a video today where like a little kid act like he's getting fouled. I think it just flopped to the floor calling that foul. I said, look what the NBA is teaching these kids. Like, yeah, you're gonna they're gonna see whatever works to win, whether that be cheating or shooting threes from the free throw.
It's not cheating.
Shooting threes from the
I
half court.
see just the other game. I think it probably was Knicks versus Pacers game 1. I seen a nigga actually get hit with an elbow and still flop on top of getting hit.
It was a tiny little touch of the elbow, but he wanted to make sure that he got the call.
You gotta sell it.
So he got to sell it. But the fact is, when they rewind it and see, like the niggas, like you can,
it looks wild.
It looks crazy. It's
the
reaction. Yeah, it's the reaction.
Get hit, and you could see when his head jerked back when he got hit. But then
he thought about it. He was like,
I was like,
it was a slow reaction.
How the elbow hit you twice?
That's a CTE, delayed reaction.
He got hit, and then he was like, hold on, they're not gonna see this. Let me let them see this. Then he just put his head back again. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, that was crazy, bro.
He used to play for the Heat. He just came from the Heat. Bryant.
It's part of the game. Like they say, selling the foul or fake fouling, I guess. You got to try to win. So I kind of give it up to that. Back in the days, we used to look at that as bad. During the Jordan era, motherfuckers pretending not to be fouled. But the same way that we look the other way, nowadays, if you're a superstar, you get to travel. That's been away for a while now.
It's not travel. It's not travel. Listen.
All I know is the bigger the superstar, the more slack, they get. They do let these niggas get away with a lot more. The more popular superstar,
that's
more
true.
Traveling, a lot more caring, the more popular you are. The same way there's rules for that. The same way you got to sell a foul or pretend to you got to. If you're not cheating to win, if you're not trying to win by all means necessary, are you really there to win? We got to try to put points on the board.
You know who's?
But hold on, Nate.
You know who's the biggest flopper? That nigga Jalen Brunson, bro. That nigga hits the floor every fucking time they go down.
Every time he touches your body, he's throwing his. But he's actually getting fouled though.
Well, I seen LeBron do plenty of flops though.
LeBron's a big flopper too.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So
Luka's a big flopper, but I hate Luka because Luka's a flopper and he's a whiner. I can't stand Luka.
But that's why when they show you the old basketball players, these niggas were getting roughed up. They're like. That was the game back then.
Okay, but at the same time,
I hate never part of the game either, though. That motherfuckers hitting you with crazy elbows, pushing the back of it. When was that ever part of the game? There's different eras.
That's because that stuff was allowed. Now this hand checking is not even allowed. So of course you have to play with the rules that are given to you. But when people tell me that LeBron couldn't play in the 90s, or he couldn't play in the 80s, I'm like, get the hell out of here. This man is 6'9", 250, 60 pounds. There's no way this man's dunking over people that are 300 pounds now. What do you think he would have done to you guys?
And they act like if he grew up in that era, he would have been playing basketball like them. So yes, he could have played with y'all. You could say that about the smaller, skinnier guys, like maybe a Wemby. Like he couldn't play in the 90s. Kevin Durant, the smaller, skinny dudes, the tall, lanky guys, they couldn't play in the 90s.
You know why they couldn't? You know why they couldn't play in the 90s? Because defense wasn't real defense. It was this motherfuckers just body checking you. They're just fighting. Now that you actually have to shuffle your feet and stay in front of people, now that's real defense. That's why they say they couldn't play in the 90s, because 90s had trash defense.
Like you gotta, if you're gonna earn, you gotta work for them points. You're gonna get it. You're gonna go home and show the bruises for it.
Yeah, that's not real defense. Defense is I have a skill set.
Stay on the outside and shoot. Don't come in this circle. You get your ass whooped in here. That's all it was back then.
And if motherfuckers wasn't fouling, KD would kill them.
Yeah, all these players right now, even the sorriest players, would shit on the guys in the 90s.
They're gonna change it back to the old ways
because the game has progressed so much.
No, they're gonna change it back to the old ways as more people complain. Because as you can see, they can pivot any way they want. They'll probably start bringing back the old ways of playing rough again.
But you know what's crazy? As soon as the playoffs started, it turned into 90s basketball.
Yeah,
they started calling. That's why I love these playoffs right now, because they don't call shit. Yeah, but it's crazy when they let them play a lot.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying. Just the same way the same way they could change in real time for the audience, and they'll be able to implement it, because isn't as the league's turning more international? Don't international play more of the old style?
I don't know. I think they call fouls the same way. I'm not sure if they let them play like that through contact like that. I don't really.
Are they prone to drive in more? Or are they shooting threes like we are in the stateside?
I think they're doing the same shit we doing. Threes and fucking getting to the rim.
Everybody's doing the same shit.
Everybody want to be like Steph.
They just have their fundamentals down to a pack overseas.
Yeah, it's more team ball instead of ISO ball. Yeah. Wemby said he had to learn how to, just ISO somebody up top at the key when he got to the league, because it was all just ball movement, and I get my shots. Yeah, I get my shots in the flow of the movement of the team.
Let me ask you, for someone who hasn't been following the NBA as I have, I'm seeing these New Yorkers going crazy. What is it? What's the Knicks looking like now?
Motherfuckers is pissed off right now. If you watched that game?
Yeah,
I didn't watch the last one.
The Knicks have reached the Eastern Conference Championship.
Mm-hmm. I know they fucking the city up every time they win.
And they lost game 1 of that thing. Of that series.
At one point they were up at home. At one point they were up like
14.
At one point they was up 20 with like, I don't know, it just seemed like they was up a lot.
They was up 14 with like 4 minutes left in the third.
They was up with like 9 points with like less than 2 minutes, with like a minute and like 30 seconds left.
Yeah.
Neesmith started raining threes
for the
Pacers.
Into Reggie Miller.
Turning to Reggie Miller. I think he hit like 8 of 9 threes in that quarter, in that stretch.
So what's the count looking like now?
That was the first game.
New York is 0-1, so they lost the first game.
I want to be happy for New York because their fans are so excited, but at the same time, if they lose, and I like Brunson too. Brunson's a great player. I just like the team, but if they lose, it's just like I'm gonna feel bad for them. But it's like they expect it to lose because they've been losing for so long and they've gotten so close so many times.
How about that nigga Karl Anthony Towns was crying after losing game 1?
That's fuck. I didn't even hear that until right now.
Cameron
That's crazy.
Nigga is fucking a big
They're over.
Sissy, bro.
They're over. Now that I just heard that, they're done. There's no way.
You're like, if I made you cry in game 1, I'm gonna make sure you cry the next one going for it.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. That is ridiculous.
It's called passion, guys.
Nah, game 1 you lose.
Bro. And you cry, bro?
You cry
in a 7-game series.
Ant-Man loses the game. The next game, he's at warm-ups. He's laughing. The end of the game, he might be smiling at the press conference. Ain't no pressure. We'll be right back.
Who's coming out the West?
The West right now is Minnesota versus OKC. It looked like OKC going to come out, but pause. It looked like OKC is going to make it to the finals.
They got an MVP over there, SGA, and they have the better team.
Yeah.
Well, I think both of their teams are good, but they have the better star. Right now, Ant-Man seems kind of hurt. I seen this guy tweak his ankle, barely limp off to the back, and then I'm sure they're shooting him up with some shit because this nigga come back and he's just dunking on people, jumping like nothing happened.
Same game.
Same game. Yeah.
They're shooting him up with something. Whatever they're shooting him up with, I need that.
It's cocaine, swear.
I need that.
Cocaine right in the big vein. That's it. Just...
This nigga turned into Superman after he came back. I was like, what the hell happened to his ankle?
Who y'all got in the finals and who y'all got winning?
I think the toughest series is going to be in the East because that could still go either way.
I'd want to see New York. It'd be good to see. I don't know if the system will allow it.
It'd be good.
It'd be good for American morale.
Seeing New York go to the finals or even winning would be like the Dallas Cowboys finally winning again.
Yeah,
they're supposed to be America's team. Like the Knicks are like America's team when it comes to basketball, but for some reason they don't win or they haven't won in a long time.
Yeah, so it'd be good for the brand if we could get that. It'd be what a time to be alive. Catch one.
Knicks, and then Knicks versus the MVP, SGA.
Okay, see? Knicks losing that. If Knicks make it to the final and it's OKC on the other side, they losing that.
So what if they see Ant-Man in them?
They might that would be good because they had the major teams, they had the player swap.
Mm-hmm. Randall and Katz.
Yeah, they swapped superstar for superstar. It'll be good to see, but I don't think Minnesota's gonna make it out of the West. That'd be the perfect matchup. That'd be the most hypest one is Minnesota, New York. But it seemed like OKC gonna put their foot down and take it off. Pause.
Yeah, and it's like now that I look back at it, I'm like, it's crazy.
Hey.
Yeah, pause.
Who's the stars in OKC?
The SGA is the MVP.
Yeah, SGA.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And I guess they got I guess their next best start would be Jalen Williams. He was an all-star. And then the next best player would be Chet Holmgren.
Yeah.
He was rookie of the year. No, he was rookie of the year runner-up behind Wemby.
I'm not even gonna ask Nate because I know Nate don't know nothing going on when it comes to the finals and shit.
I haven't been keeping up. Next year.
Let me see in sports. What else I saw? What's the beef between Ryan Clark and RG3?
That's what I meant to bring on.
Because for some reason I heard it became racial. And I'm like, it's two black
guys.
I heard something about how the fuck is that racial?
Because what happened is,
but one of them is married to a white girl.
Yeah, it became because RG3 said that Angela Reese hates Caitlin Clark, and he named like 5 different times he's seen them give an example of it. Here your boy Ryan Clark always pandering as he do, talking about, it's not that RG3, you're out here fueling the stereotype because you don't understand it because you don't go home to a black woman every day. This nigga always pandering for a demographic that never watches the show. This is the same nigga that said no white comedians should talk about a black girl. You know what I'm saying? When Kendrick said that line when he tried to go after Andrew Schultz and Gary Owens. Like, Gary Owens was literally married to a black woman this whole time, and Schultz was making the joke with them boys with the two. Either way, you get the thing. This nigga's always trying to grandstand like he doesn't understand nuance.
Yeah, niggas just be bugging. Now,
and then what I love, so RG3 kind of came back the next day being mad, talking about he crossed the line. You actually said wives are not involved in it. It's almost like you're questioning his blackness for him stating a thing that had nothing to do with it. Race had nothing to do with it. That don't have nothing to do with Reese saying that for whatever reason. And of course, the internet's undefeated. They had to go out and show today that your boy RG3 has a whole damn white daughter out here. From his first oldest kid is with a white lady. So he out here with a mixed kid. So You see how these niggas that they be protesting too much out here, always grandstanding.
You mean Ryan Clark?
You saw about Ryan Clark has a.
Ryan Clark.
Oh, okay. See the plot thickens.
Extra, yeah, niggas out here grandstanding.
You wouldn't know because you don't have a nigga. You out here swimming in the milk.
Yeah, you out here have a whole out here white kid. The fuck's you talking about? That's why you got that pandering shit is so easy to pull off.
Yeah, but why do it? Why do it? Why do it? Why do it? Especially knowing that you're on the opposite side. Like people have internet. We know you have a white kid. You've been swimming in the milk.
Because the people that agree with them just gonna agree with them regardless. You're playing on people's emotions. Like you have people saying, "Oh, y'all just don't understand it." Thank you, Ryan. You're the only one that seems like be standing up for black women. It's always a
and then when you tell those same people that this nigga got a white baby by a white woman,
y'all still don't understand it. That has nothing to do with motherhood. It's still different. Like y'all niggas it's a constant. You know what I'm saying? It's just when you playing on people's emotions, it don't have to make sense. And you already know how that pandering. This is straight off the Dr. Umar tree, Democratic tree. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna just anything pro-black, pro-feminist, we're just gonna pander to it anytime, just hopefully get the ratings go up. It don't have to make any kind of sense. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I thought it was kind of thrown either way that he threw at RG3, as if RG3 saying the two don't like each other, and the girl doesn't show that she likes him. It's always a beef. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, two players could not like each other, and they don't have to be black and white.
Don't let these niggas here.
Because I can name plenty of black players in the NBA that don't like other black players. Who cares?
Exactly.
But it's just it's these race baiters, bro. They throw race in everything.
If it's not RG3, if it's not your boy Ryan Clark, it's your other dude. What's his name? On that bullshit.
Brandon Marshall.
Cam Newton.
Oh, Cam Newton.
Yeah, he be on that bullshit as well.
Yeah, that nigga on some weirdo shit. What else y'all got? Y'all got recommendations?
Recommendation.
I'm gonna give y'all my recommendation this whole week. All I've been listening to, well, not all, but I've been listening to a lot of Soulja Slim. I just been running through the whole catalog.
Classic.
I ain't never listened to Soulja Slim before.
So go listen to some Slim, man.
His best album still can't be my favorite one's still not online.
Which one?
The one he came out with later.
Years later.
On there. The Street Made Me.
Yeah, that's on Apple Music.
Okay.
Everything is on there. Years later.
It used to be on there.
Years later, then he
What's
had
that Soulja Like Mentality.
That was Soulja Rags. That's from No Limit.
This one to maintain a soldier.
Yeah, that's bro. I'm telling you, that's his first No Limit album.
Nah, you wildin'.
I'm telling you, bro.
The Streets Made Me was.
Nate, I just told you, bro. You want to put money on it?
I'm gonna go with it's either The Streets Made Me or Years Later, a few months later. I can't remember.
No, it's not on those albums. It's on the No Limit album.
No way. He was not No Limit then, bro. I'm telling you. He had went to jail and got out of jail. Remember? And that's when he did that's when he got with Juvie and all that. So that was his comeback when he came back around and he got killed. He was already
Soulja Like Mentality is on his No Limit album.
What album is that?
It's called I believe it's From What I Was Told.
Soulja Life Mentality. I want to say the cover for it is The Streets Made Me, but I don't think that was No Limit. He does have a No Limit chain on the cover of that album. Right now, bro. That's the song. Fucking fire. I remember I first got on the Soulja Slim when I was younger.
This shit sound like trash. What is this, a Fruity Loop? What is this, a Fruity Loop beat?
It might have been a Fruity Loop. That nigga was funny.
if it be a tragedy. Wife coming house me, gon' slam me down and rouse me. Just to put on handcuffs and charge me.
This shit sound like a Boondock skit right now.
Oh, this shit is fire. I'm telling you, sir. If you got to get into that, you don't know about it.
Sword Slam. Hey, y'all wives be farting in front of y'all?
No, that's completely a violation.
My wife.
Do you have?
My wife has done it, and I tell her she's gonna be the reason.
Now you fuck with that divorce now.
She's gonna be the reason domestic violence entered this house.
Yeah. That's good that I got both sides of this right now, because I feel like it doesn't happen to me, but I've never had to say anything. I've never had to say, "Hey, yo, don't be farting in front of me." She just knows not to be farting in front of me. But I just feel like that's a respect thing. Who's gonna purposely just be letting out in front of people?
You don't fart in front of your wife?
I don't fart in front of her.
Oh.
But if I did,
someone's gonna have to not give a fuck. You'll say, "Oh, see," you're like, "Oh,
you see
me." So like, I gotta go.
Nigga, I be letting it rip.
Nah. That seems like a problem for the person behind me.
But it's just like it's like things like that you can control, right? Like the other day I'm at a meeting. And this kid, he's probably like 22 years old, sitting at the front of the meeting. Manager talking, doing the PowerPoint. This nigga, I'm like, nigga.
Did he say, "Excuse me"?
No, he didn't say nothing.
You don't pick one of
I was like, okay, I understand. No, even though I understand there's yawning, but you can hold that in. The same way that people can suppress a sneeze so it's not extra loud, you can suppress a yawn every time.
There's a timing with a sneeze though. There's only but so much with a sneeze. You might be able to suppress.
Okay, maybe a certain sneeze you might not be able to. Sometimes I try to hold them in. If I'm alone in a room, I'm definitely gonna let it out. But a yawn, come on, you can't be just. You could definitally hold that in.
You don't know your boss is killing them at overtime. Shit was getting real boring. Bro.
Listen, do you guys?
What the fuck we doing here?
This shit was at 9:00 in the morning. I said, nigga.
This is full circle because me and my wife was just talking about yawning yesterday, right? Or one of these days, recently. Because I yawned real loud, and she was like, "Why I gotta yawn so loud?" I was like, "It just makes you feel better when you make the noise with it."
Yeah.
Then
shit's annoying.
It's a vibration.
Then I asked her. I said, "What's the science behind yawning? Why do the human body yawn?" And then we found out there's really a science behind it. It's apparently when you yawn, it's to cool your brain down from something. And wake you up. So it actually cools your brain. You're cooling your brain.
So I thought it was. I thought it was when you're sleepy you yawn, but then the yawn is kind of like trying to keep you up. That's what I thought it was.
It cools your brain down. I don't know if cooling the brain down wakes you up or makes you. You know what I mean? I don't know what it does, but that's the science behind why humans yawn. Is that
this nigga said he don't know what it does, but that's the science behind it.
That's all the science really is.
I'm just telling you, if you go find out why.
Yeah,
we
people listening right now, just go Google it when y'all get a chance.
We just peer-reviewed it.
But we know from experience, and everybody listening knows that if you are a loud yawner, it's because you're doing it on purpose. It's because you don't want to hold it in.
But it's not real if you have to hold it in. A real genuine yawn comes with
a genuine yawn comes.
You just making noise for no reason.
Okay, just like a fart. Okay, I can let out a fart, but doesn't mean I can make my fart either noisy or I can make it silent.
Yeah, but if it's a real genuine fart, it's gonna be noisy then.
Listen,
being silent, suppressing it.
That's okay. That's okay.
It's okay to. You're saying they're suppressing it, but if they're not,
you can suppress. You can suppress a genuine fart.
You know, there's a difference. Let me tell you why there's a difference between the yawn and the fart. The fart, you can control, right?
So
yawning, you don't think about yawning.
Okay,
it just happens.
No, but once it's coming out, you can control once it does start coming out.
But you can't control. yawning because your body does it by itself.
I understand that, but you can understand
pushing
the
out a
volume.
fart is you forcing the fart out.
I'm saying either one, you can control the volume. Either one, you can control the volume.
You can control the volume, but you can't control the action. See, in farting,
That's fine.
You can control
I don't mind the action.
You can control farting. You can't control yawning because your brain just does it on its own.
I don't mind the action. I just think it's disrespectful when you're farting and that loud so I can hear you. Maybe make it a little silent.
The sound. But how about the silent ones be the more deadlier ones? So don't you want the alarm so let me clear out from here? Or you want this shit to creep up on you?
It depends. It depends.
Yeah, see,
it depends.
We're giving you a chance to clear the room. Alarm. Let's get up out of here.
Well, me personally,
just sitting here and this should just creep up on me.
Nah, me personally, I can control the power, the strength of the smell also.
You got
so I can hey, chill.
That nigga said it like it's something we supposed to believe.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
he got that shit Diddy looking for.
Telling you.
I know shit come with trick.
Yeah, Diddy need to find out about this.
Yeah, don't let Diddy.
Don't give him my address.
I know shit come with tricks. You know how the bidet got settings?
All right, what's y'all niggas' recommendations, man?
All right, if you gave that recommendation, I'm gonna go ahead and give us some Afro beats this week. I'm gonna give you Black Sheriff. I'll get 2 songs for him.
Fire.
If you're gonna go to his last album, Oil on My Head, fire.
Pause.
Or his latest album, his latest single, Body. Either or. So
Nate,
Black Sheriff.
Listen,
this motherfucker's a beast.
Late January 9th, Black Sheriff.
He's coming down?
No, I'm saying
that's the name of a song.
That's the name of the song, January 9th.
Oh yeah, that's from the other album, right? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Black Sheriff, he's on
that
point.
song right there, bro, had me in my feelings for about 6 months.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you a Black Sheriff.
That ain't nothing but that COVID shot.
Swerve, go listen to that song.
I listened to it when you recommended it the first time.
What's your recommendation?
Who, me?
Swerve? Yeah.
I'm
about to catch that Lilo and Stitch tomorrow though. This weekend, I know that much.
Oh yeah, I'll probably go watch that too. I got Friday's my last day. I got vacation Monday all the way to next Tuesday. And I got the cruise going. I got the cruise happening this week. Juno's coming to the cruise too.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
When's the cruise?
Thursday.
Next weekend.
Next Friday.
From when to when?
Friday to Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Where to?
Coco Cay.
Yeah, in Bahamas. That's a Royal Caribbean, right?
Yeah.
I keep forgetting. The food on Royal Caribbean is trash in my opinion compared to Carnival. Carnival got the best food.
It's all the same shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Last time I felt I could tell the difference, but it could be.
What's your recommendation though, Swerve? Or
Nate, I don't know if I have.
What you recommended, Nate? Oh, Black Sheriff. Okay.
Yeah.
That's old shit. See, I didn't even take it in. Pause.
Yeah, pause.
My
recommendation.
I've been recommended Black Sheriff to the people.
That's why I give the new song Body from him, but I looked something from his old one, but it don't matter.
Go ahead, Swerve.
My recommendation is
Nigga Skilla Baby just got shot.
Who? Skilla Baby.
Who's that?
Skilla Baby from Detroit. Oh, I was gonna give y'all a recommendation. I don't know if y'all knew about Skilla Baby. This motherfucker's raw.
I've listened to Skilla Baby before. Well, he's dead?
He just got shot multiple times on 8 Mile Road. Hopefully he ain't died. I just got onto his music not too long ago. This nigga's raw. Bro. He got a whole album with T Grizzly that came out last year. That shit fire. Straight play and go right there. I might have to change my recommendation to that.
Skilla Baby.
No, you can't change your recommendation because it's gonna sound like you just giving that recommendation because the nigga got shot.
Next week, then.
Yeah, that's what niggas do.
Well, yeah, I'll say that.
That's why Nipsey got so hot.
This is true. That did happen.
Nipsey was actually a good rapper, though.
Yeah, of course.
Victory Lap-
Baby's a good rapper.
Victory Lap, that
Nipsey's
album was
that
solid.
Of course.
That
I
album's
know.
fucking flame.
I understand.
Victory
The same way I feel about that is the same exact way I feel about Pop Smoke's album.
This
Fire.
album is dope though.
I know.
It's gonna fuck with the Nipsey album though.
No, I don't know about
you
that.
know, that kind of lets you know how Diddy
I don't know about
ended up
that.
on that Nipsey album. And Diddy got a fire ass track on that one. Now you kind of realize how Diddy ended up because Diddy executive produced that album.
That means Diddy was in that butt.
I mean, and we know for sure it's coming out that he got. They're saying that Diddy ran down on Larry London, so was doing that swap out.
You don't want
If
to
it's
join.
a swap out,
Swerve,
maybe
you
it's
don't
not
want
so
to
bad.
join the Illuminati, bro.
You don't want to join
The Illuminati.
the Illuminati. White folks got Illuminati. They got Illuminati. That was doing that swap out. Baby, it just depends. You know what I'm saying?
Nate,
If
let
your
Swerve
boy-
give his damn recommendation, Nate.
Yeah,
God
niggas trying to wrap it up.
Good, my bad.
I was trying to think this whole time of a recommendation. I don't have a recommendation. Oh, go watch the NBA Finals. Oh, yeah, Eastern Conference and Western Conference. That's my recommendation.
So you got.
I don't even know who's playing. What's the score right now? Why didn't I check on my phone?
It just turned halftime, I think.
Okay, I can still watch the rest.
So we good on that. But all right, folks, y'all know what to do. Hit us up on That's Absurd Pod on Instagram. That's Absurd Pod on Twitter. That's Absurd Podcast on Facebook. And you can always drop an email at that'sabsurdpodcast@gmail.com. And you know the voice line is always open. All you got to do is look through the show notes, click on leave message here, and we'll get you featured on the pad. Let us know what you think. Let us know how you feel. And we is out.
Oh!